welcome. We have Tyro Academy final. It is here. We are ready to roll it. And the first, we are going to start off with a coaches match. That's going to be Team Taste the Rainbow. I'm assuming Skittles came up with that name. She is on that team along with Carl Love, Hyena, Dragon, and 20 Fish is going to round that crew out. On the blue side, it'll be the Avengers. That'll be Natasha Lore, Martine, Lolly, and Corny Witch. So we will have a lot of good players here to get this thing kicked off. My name is Mark Ramsey, and with me I have Mr. TGI Torquemada. How are you, Torque?
What's going on, Mark? Happy to finally be here. Super excited. All these players have worked really, really hard over the course of this, what is it now, 12-week season to try and up their game and really I can't be more proud of the players and the coaches for all their hard work and the amount of improvement that we've seen. I really expect these to be some outstanding matches today. So, yeah, I'm super jazzed for it.
Yeah, really, when we first started with hopping in and coaching, I was assistant coach with Tatasha on immersion. And it was really, at first, kind of basics, divvying up everybody's jobs and trying to get the fundamentals down. And then when I went and watched VOD last week for them, it was kind of like, okay, the fundamentals are there. We are getting a lot more picky with the criticism, which is what you want to see. I anticipate seeing really high level of play here today, and getting to see everything come together, especially as a team. It's going to be really satisfying.
Yeah, I think it's going to be some outstanding matches. The first match, obviously, we're going to start off with the coaches match. And, I mean, we're talking about players that have been playing this season, some of them all the way up in the diamond ranks. So I do expect the coaches match to be a really good match. They will be playing the same Tyro Academy rules that all of the players are subjected to. So they've got 2 periods, 12 minutes long. The scores will roll forward into the second round with overtime at the end. So, it's more sports like. There is no resets. There is no try agains. If you get behind, you just got to claw your way back. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think the one you see is with us as well.
I'm just listening in. This is great.
The one you see has joined us in the booth. What's going on, Luke?
Not too much. Not too much. Actually, the Academy has a bit of surprise for this match. So a few weeks ago now, actually maybe even a month, Iceman Gaming came to me and Sir Trees and Kadaski and had this crazy idea for the coaches match. And I'm doing that right now, Sir Trees, so please type the announcement in Community General. But basically, this is going to be a mini charity cup. So we have a coaches pool that the Academy pulled together. Currently we're at $400. And the winner of this match is going to pick a charity, and we're going to donate it to them in their name. So it is a charity match for the coaches, for the Academy, and hopefully the right team wins. I don't know which one that is, but huge shout out to Iceman Gaming, huge shout out to Kudakai and NY Quinn for coming together and coming up with the idea.
I didn't even know about it, so I think that's really awesome. I think that, Tyro, as a community, we do so much for charity, and this is just another great example of it. So hopefully we get a really great match, and we'll see who wins. I know the predictions are already coming in. They've got a couple more minutes. I've given the teams the go-ahead to ready up. So at any moment, we should be getting action underway. Just a programming note, we'll follow this match up with the semifinals matches. I believe we have Immersion versus, is it Immersion versus Disgusting? I think.
Immersion versus Penguins.
Is that the first? No. Okay, so the first match after this will be.
That's going to be first.
Yeah.
And then we got Immersion and Penguins after that. But first we got coaches action here. Luke, how do you size up these 2 teams?
Sorry, say again. What was your question?
How do you size up these 2 teams when you look at?
Okay. I don't know, man. I mean, I was looking at the rosters the other day. I think they're pretty even, but I gotta go with Team Taste the Rainbow because Carl Love, also on Tyro NA, is on that squad. So I'm a little biased, but I think on paper, I don't know, matching up Hyena, Skittles, and Carl seems like a pretty deadly combo. So I'd like to see some blue aggression, and that's exactly what we're seeing.
Yeah, so far Blue has pushed forward. They get some good passes in there, a good shot attempt, but it goes off to the near side. There will be a chase. Skittles able to slap it before she's knocked out. Natasha Lore will try to grab it, and she'll meet the same fate. It finally gets out in the direction of Orange, and they will Taste the Rainbow have an easy dunk. They have 3 players down there, and nobody on the Avengers. They're going to have to tighten up those stacks. All those players on Taste the Rainbow, very, very quick players.
They certainly will. Of course, Taste the Rainbow is in orange. And I don't know the name of who's on blue side. Who's on blue side? What's the team name?
That's Team Avengers. That's Natasha Martini, Lale, and Corny.
Well, let's see it. Go Avengers. And that's a heck of a relay. Certainly showing off to their coached players. But that is going to get caught up in the bubble now by Carl. Carl looks for the clear right side tube. Is it going to be good? Yes. All the way downfield now. There's the stack. Do they open? They open 3, and they do. Hyena Dragon making 5 on the board for Tasting Rainbow.
Great shot. Great shot from the floor. When we definitely, with this being a coach's match, definitely a lot of pressure to play a good fundamentals-based game, and then obviously these players have the ability to take it to the next level, make a lot of good solo plays, things like that. The Avengers definitely have their work cut out for them. I think once this team gets upfield and establishes their offense, they have a lot of great offensive players that can really develop good opportunities, but they're kind of losing it in transition here. Nice reset to goalie. 20 Fish is going to dish it out to the stack. They don't get it, gets lost. A loose disc is going to end up in the possession of Avengers. They're going to have a one-on-one here, and he scores.
Man, that was a phenomenal play from the Avengers. That really was them coming together, finding the stun on the back, or rather the offensive stack from Taste the Rainbow, getting the stun on the goalie, getting the players caught out, drawing them out for that offensive play. That is exactly what you want to see, forcing the numbers advantage 3-on-1. Of course, that is going to be a goal for the side of Avengers, and that will be the first points of this game. Still, plenty of time remaining, 9 minutes in this first half. If you are just joining us, of course, this is 2 halves. Points do carry over, as is the Tyro Academy rule set. But that's going to get picked up. Avengers now fired up. Not finding the clear, though, because Hyena Dragon's there. Finds the low cross pass. Diving into the backboard. Gets 2 more. Skittles will score. Taste the Rainbow up by 5.
Yeah, great setup. They had their position set up, and then it becomes really easy, especially when you have a really quality striker with Skittles right behind that goal. She's going to deliver the goods pretty much every time on that. We'll see what kind of rollout they decide to go with. Looks like they are sending them right with the left into tunnel, but it is not delivered, and it kicks right into the hands of Skittles, and she puts a laser 3 in there, 17 meters per second. And with these points carrying over, you definitely don't want to get too far behind too early.
Yeah, you certainly don't. And, I mean, it's a strong showing from them. But Team Avengers, they're just warming up. This is the beginning of their story. This is their destiny. And Martini now is going to find that cross low to Natasha. Natasha sees the open 3. She sees the 3. She is the 3. 5 on the board now. Again, 5 points behind.
And Natasha with all 5 points. Great start. And if you did get down early, there'd be nothing to avenge. So it's kind of part of the growth process of the main characters here.
Absolutely, it is. As it's going to get picked up here by Carl. Carl now over to Hyena. Hyena doesn't want any growth. They want to crush it, and that will be crushed because that pass is off. So Cornywitch now picking this one up, looking for a stack to clear or pass to. Doesn't see it, so he's just going to yeet it downfield now. Bouncing off the back wall. That red, yes it is, but it's not going to get picked up in the hands. Going for the headbutt maybe, but it doesn't matter. Martini gets 2. Now they're 3 behind.
Yeah, if you give him the disc anywhere close to the goal, he's going to find a way to get in there. He's very quick, great reflexes, and he gets on the board here as we are cutting this lead down.
We certainly are now. Carl is going to flip to the ceiling, going for a QB play here, slowing down the play, trying to bait out a stack. No stack is to be baited. I like that
same side trap. I like that same side trap option. That's just couldn't quite deliver it.
Yeah, unfortunately not, but the clear is not good. Man, that back line of Taste the Rainbow is really powerful. I mean, Mark, if you're looking as Avengers right now, I mean, they're about to score again more than likely. Maybe not. How do you try to get around that back line?
Well, you have to not push it up faster than you're ready to. That might mean pass it back. That might mean pass it across. You got to get time to kind of move these. You're not going to outchase these players. And great slap from the ceiling there. That's Hyena. And they respond here, bringing that lead back to 5. It's 12-7.
Yeah. Something like that. But 6 minutes now. Let's see. 5 points between these two teams. Again, just really great, kind of point management coming from the side of Taste the Rainbow. The cross pass, unfortunately, isn't going to connect for Team Avengers. And, Taste the Rainbow shall be having a lot of time, lots of space, and an open 3 again. But there goes the ding ring. So a rare miss from them. Avengers do pick up this disc. Do they get the second recovery, though? No. It's a 1. It's a cut. It's a shot. It's a goal. Oh, my goodness. 14-7.
Get to your launchers.
Yeah, it's a game of momentum, and we're seeing a lot of points scored in chunks here. And that's what you like to see. That makes for a fun game.
Yeah, it certainly is. But, okay, you're 7 points down now. What are you thinking if you're on Team Avengers right now to really rally them back?
I don't know. I mean, I just saw them pretty much score 7 in a row earlier, so I wouldn't worry too much about it at this point. I would just worry about not giving up goals. Don't turn it. They're turning it over in really bad spots, and so this team is going to give you enough trouble in transition. You definitely don't want to make unforced errors on the back end. As long as you do that, the scores will even out.
I agree with that for sure. Let's see if we can see that solid defense here in at least the last 4.5 minutes. Team Avengers finding some really good rotations back. There is Natasha, though, unfortunately caught out, but that might work in their favor. But no, that disc is going to get recovered by 20 Fish. 20 Fish now over to Hyena. Hyena quickly under pressure from Martini. Martini looking for a clear, finds the low mid, bounce high, but that's going to bounce way to the side and happily into the hands of Carl, who is going to get that knocked out of his fingers. But deep into the bubble, Avengers are still there, but Avengers are not assembled. There are not 2 stacks, only 1, as they are going to find the right side bounce, and that's again going to get turned over. Just these clears not working out. It's a 1-on-3, and there's the save, monstrous, coming from the side of Avengers, but the pass and try again, and yes, they shall succeed. Taste the Rainbow, find 2 more.
Yeah, and that we have a problematic lead here, so we'll see how the Avengers decide to respond here. And we have, it looks like, Natasha on the boost, and we have, I think, Martini's up on Cloud. They're going to dish off to him, cross table. That's a great pattern. We like to run that as well.
Yeah.
Nice. They find the open man, or the open player up front, and that's going to end up being, I don't see, is that Natasha again?
It is. Natasha's on fire as they find themselves not 5, but 6 points behind here. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. So, I mean, Tasha's bringing it. I agree, Chucks a lot. ZSM, go blue, bring it back. That's Avengers on blue and Taste the Rainbow on orange. If you are wanting to know their names, but blue and orange certainly shall suffice. But certainly also suffice is burning some time, and that's exactly what Carl's doing. Baiting out that stack as they are broken up and still caught back. But it is going to be Avengers assembling, finding that read, going all the way downfield. No way! Yes way! It's in Natasha Lore from 48 meters away. 3-point game.
Natasha's feeling it today.
11, 10, 9.
Love those kind of games when just you throw it and then the goal, it just kind of sucks it up. And just got the looseness going on, and here it is, right off the nest. They went right past it.
Get to your launchers.
And that'll be Martini. We got a tie game.
We do, just like that. Just like that. Hey, you were right. You said, they could score 7 in a row. I was thinking to myself,
No,
I don't know.
They just need to score 9 in a row.
You're right.
At first they came back
seven
from
wasn't enough.
7.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my goodness, that is crazy. What a turnaround here. Huge momentum shift. Taste the Rainbow now looking to add that extra points, extra pressure here because they were leading by 9 points. And now it's a tie game. And now that's almost bouncing in as it bounces just a little bit right of the pyramid. Still not picked up by anyone as Taste the Rainbow is just scrambling for control. They do have a nice reset, slowing this play down. And with 1 minute 30, that's exactly what they need to do in this first half.
Yeah, and this is kind of one of the reasons I don't like playing Tyro all that much is because Carl and this slow play that you guys have really perfected in a lot of ways. It's just such a hard thing to play against. You feel like the wall's closing in on you every time that backline moves up a geo. And Carl's very good at doing that. Good shot off the ding ring, and it's going to be picked up and cleared up to the ceiling, but not out. They're going to try it again, a little slap up to the top trench. 20 Fish is going to retreat with it. They have an open tunnel in front. They're going to use that to dump it down to the stack, but the stack can't quite catch up with it. They do have an extra player out there that leads their way down there. Carl is one of those that will he'll hang on, and you don't even know they are there. And that looked to be the case there. There was about 3 players on the opposing squad, and he snuck in there and slammed that home.
Yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic play. Dunk meta always wins the game, as we like to say in our team comms. Go for the dunks,
yeah, and Saika
plays.
just mentioned in the chat, the more bored you are, the higher meta you're playing.
Yeah, it certainly is Saika who knows all.
And I tell you, as an opposing team, it is a lot more daunting to play against a slow play team because you just feel them picking you apart. Natasha, I mean, just it's hard to calculate the amount of points she's had here in this first round. It's in 13. And wow, what a showing by Natasha Lore, and certainly has kept the Avengers in this game.
Yeah, it certainly has. And I mean, I want to show the difference in play styles between these two teams just from stats alone, right? If you look at the side of Team Avengers, Natasha has a monstrous 13 points, Martini with 5. Not too many assists, but they have been playing the passing game quite strongly. But if you look on the side of Taste the Rainbow, they almost have a bingo card. They have all assists, all points. Carl has an extra 2 points with that last dunk, but Corny got Chicago, unfortunately. And it's a lot more spread apart, so you can see the difference in play styles that both these teams are doing. With Taste the Rainbow really playing more of that passing game like we were talking about, but they're both playing a passing game in their own right, while Orange is going for those slow, controlled resets, passing plays, moving it upfield. It's those quick blitzes that is working out so well for Team Avengers. They're finding a stun, they're finding numbers somewhere in the arena. And then as a result of that, they're able to execute by a nice set of passes, whether that be relay plays or just a nice clear up to a stack and finding some success there. So I'm really interested to see how kind of these two play styles play out here in this second half.
Yeah, they've had a lot of points quick a couple times in that round. So they definitely know that they aren't going to they could get down but not out. And they could do the same thing in this round so they don't have to play too anxious. They've brought it back to basically a 0-0 game, and I think that'll benefit the Avengers. They're playing really gritty. Nice shot, but just over the top of the bar. It'll be turned over, and they find the stack. They send it forward, but Avengers unable to chase it down. Lolly B is going to put pressure on the defender. They're going to send it over to 20 Fish. He's going to take a shot. It's high and wide, and it's going to be fielded by the Avengers. They're going to take it up fairly quickly. Nice move off the station. They send it down, bounces off star back the other way. Martini's going to chase it down. Has it in front of tunnel and going to hide down in the trap and then send it forward, but unable to connect with the offensive player that was going forward trying to catch that. And now we have Carl. Let's see, he's going to send it forward, but nice snag, but Carl's going to take it right back. It's a fight for it in the tunnel. It's going to end up with the Avengers. And what a shot. Is that Martine that shot that?
Yes, Martini is absolute dimer.
Yeah, some of his shots are absolutely incredible, and that was a very, very good example of that. He did not have the disc long and had a very nice angle at that shot.
Yeah, that was incredible. That was That's more of the play style we saw from Taste the Rainbow at the first half that we didn't see, that I wanted to see so much from Team Avengers. Of course, I still want my boy Carl to find the W here, but I mean, Team Avengers are looking absolutely fierce. Unfortunately, that was a bit of a mishandling, but
That's
nevertheless, they will get not punished because that bounce does go favorably for Team Avengers, as they are able to still get a hand on that disc somehow. But man, I mean, we get to see a lot of really disciplined play here, and we get to see a lot of dynamicism. You know, we saw that the clear plays were aggressive and working out for Team Avengers in the first half, but now let's see this passing play. Do they get a reset? Maybe not, but they should have, as that is going to get read by the defense as they get the clear. But now it's the backline of Avengers who are there, and they're absolutely caught off guard. But there's a play. There's the stun, though. That's exactly what they needed to do. Perfect timing, as that will finally find its way to the midfield and presumably, yes, get cleared out by Taste the Rainbow.
Yeah, really with the a lot of threes has really tilted the scale in favor of the Avengers. They've had, I think, five threes, so 15 of their 21 points been from long range. So those turnovers where they're not quite getting back to the goal, that might, be their ticket to kind of carrying this game is getting those really quick transition goals. We have Hyena Dragon that's going to play it over across tunnel, goes down in the offensive trap. It'll be 20 Fish, who has a wide open goal, takes the shot, but it goes just right. It's going to send down behind Pack and go to the opposite trap. Carl will have it. He'll take it over to Bow Tie, where he's going to, he passed Bow Tie. Maybe go back to Bow Tie. Yeah, there we go. And then he's going to anchor it forward. He's looking at Nessie. He's got a cross shoulder on the right side, and he puts it in, and the goalie grabbed it, but I don't know if he pulled his hand back or it just Chicago'd him a little bit, but that will be a goal, and get this was a one point game here. What a great matchup we have.
Yeah, this is a fantastic matchup. I mean, when this match first started and Taste the Rainbow added up some points, I was a little bit concerned, but no need to be, because Avengers are the one adding up some points right now. Oh, the ding! Not what they wanted to see, but it is going to bounce around and get picked up here by Natasha Lohr. Natasha over to Martini. Martini under pressure gets stolen from 20 Fish. 20 Fish goes for a bit of a dribble play. Is it going to get read by their team? Yes. Nice pass up two, and there we go. Skittles, long three. Yes, she does. Sinking it to tie it up 21-all.
Nice job, Torque, getting in on that headset cam right as she let that go. And you see these players and how they hold their hands when they shoot. We saw that one with Martine earlier, that you just have a level of precision that these players are comfortable with that a lot of us aren't.
Absolutely. I will happily stay facing only one orientation, but hey, many will not, and it works out in their favor. But working out in their favor is Martini's backstack, getting this disc now again, looking for a clear. As it's going to get picked right back up by Carl. Carl now over to Hyena. Hyena diving in. Gets two just like that with a little move on the shield. Making it 25-21.
And they're reclaiming this lead. They're pushing back forward as we've seen a lot of momentum. And, even when you have possession, it shows that it's tough. To make a lot out of those possessions. They'll give you the disc over and over again. And a lot of times, that defense will come in there. And the key is getting it out of that defensive zone. If that stack can get in there and keep it on your side, then it's going to end up, could be bad numbers really quick. They already have a nice bubble developed here, as I'm assuming that's Carl on the floor just by the movements. He's going to send it forward to the wall. And that's Carl on the wall. And cut pass. Great idea, but nice job by Corny to get it away. We have blue up, and the Avengers now have two. They're not stacked, but they have an open goal. A shot. What an amazing shot there to tie this, bring this within one, as we have incredibly close game here with just 6 minutes to play. Who's going to get this charity money to spend toward the charity of their choice? That's such an exciting development that we are at the beginning of this game, that the winning team is going to be able to choose where to donate that. So that'll be exciting to see, where that money ends up going.
It certainly shall, and man, oh man, I mean, 24-25. This game could almost literally not be any closer, but what a high-scoring matchup, as that is going to get slapped downfield by Avengers. Avengers now bouncing that nice and high and wide all the way downfield. Is it going to get picked up by anyone? Well, eventually Carl will get a hand on it, going for the left side clear now, bouncing through to the ceiling. But
That
going
that
back
stack
home.
split up. Yeah.
Yeah, and that pass won't be good either. So will be Avengers getting a hand. Is that going to get picked up by the back line? Yes, 20 Fish, though, under pressure, dodges the player. That's going to be a bouncing disc. The cut is no good, but it will get picked up here by 20 Fish again, cutting across, but cutting to nobody, not quite red by Martini there on the back lines. But do you know who's there? It is Corny, which finding a slap, but finding the clear will be Martini as they're under pressure, but waiting too long. So it's an open three opportunity lining up. It's a pass, it's a shot, but it's not a goal.
Going down to the trench, or not, bouncing up off the floor actually toward bow tie and up into the top toward midfield. Loose disc going to end up in the hands of the Avengers. They have a stack forward, and this is trouble, but they hit bow tie and split up, but they still have one forward. There's no stacks back yet, and Corny is going to be able to put it in and claim this lead. And I don't know if they've led yet. I feel like they've come back and tied every time, and every time they tie it, Rainbow pulls back in front of the lead. So let's see how they play with an advantage here. They only have 4 minutes left, and let's see how Taste the Rainbow tried to counter this and roll out a successful offense. They're going to go to left tunnel, and that's where they'll find Hyena. Hyena is going to send it down across on the floor, but that pass does not connect. It's going to be loose in the hands of the Avengers. They're going to clear it upfield, and that's going all the way upfield.
Oh.
And it goes up the ding ring and into the hands of the Avengers as they are going to add to this lead. We now have 3 points separating the two squads. And thanks for the donation, Scrimbot. He donated $10 to Susan G. Coleman. We definitely appreciate that as well.
Yeah, and Smooth riding with the tier 1 subscription, so much love to you, Smooth. Appreciate you, but also appreciate this game. I mean, oh my goodness. You said that they haven't led before. I think that's right. And, I mean, leading looks good on Team Avengers, as now they're up by 3 points, 2 goals back-to-back here. And we know they can certainly string them together, but so can the Skittles squad, Taste the Rainbow, as it is going to be Skittles getting 2, making it a 1-point game.
Get to your launcher.
A laser beam from behind the goal. That is not a player you want to receive it right from that angle. Punishing shots and unable to be stopped by the goalie there. We have a 1-point game. We have a rollout here by the Avengers. They're going to send 2 right, 1 left. Corny's going to dish left. It's going to get away from Tasha, who had a monster first half. She put up 13 in the first half. It's been a little more quiet here as the team distributing out the team, but a 3-pointer here on the turnover, and that's going to be 20 Fish.
Yeah, it will be Skittles finding the goal
Oh,
there.
Skittles.
Before Carl got that disc, 20 Fish was the one to connect. So, man, oh man, I mean, a huge back and forth game right now. 2 minutes remaining, 120 seconds, and Team Avengers is going to hit the shield. So that is not what you want to see, but they will get the recovery now. Still picked up here by 20 Fish. 20 Fish going for a pass deep, but too deep, as that is going to get cleanly cleared through. Very cleanly cleared through. Oh my, that's almost in, as Hyena Dragon picks it up and sends it out.
Yeah, good clear too. They got blown up real quick as they got to the disc. And they got it, and they have possession. Carl is retreating, and Skittles is doing a little bit of defense but it looks like Lolly is going to impose her will on that stack, or on that 2-man offense, and they have a loose disc. Carl's going to regain control and send it upfield to a safer location. This one's going to rattle around above shoulder, and it's going to get kicked up to top clock, and Skittles is going to put it in, and Skittles putting together a really clean offensive round. A lot of great shots, a lot of great positions, and they now have a 4-point lead here, just a minute left. So Avengers are have their backs against the wall here a bit.
Yeah, they really do. 52 seconds now, 4-point game. They need to score now. They need to score, like, literally now. But it is going to be a clear through left side tunnel. Bouncing high, bouncing off the ceiling. That's free. That's free and clear. Skills went for the shot. The bounce shot, the bottom pocket shot. Not going to be any pocket shot. But time is of the essence right now for Team Avengers. They need a full send. This is not full send enough, but those shots aren't hitting their mark right now. Another 20 seconds. They have 10 seconds to score a goal, or this game is over. The bounce shot will be not a goal, but a nice save from Lolly B as she finds the clear.
Clears it out.
And this game is over. It's going to be Taste the Rainbow running down the clock here as they have a 32-28 lead. What an incredibly close game. We saw a lot of great comebacks here several times by Avengers, but the offensive powerhouse of Taste the Rainbow unable to be contained for the full 24 minutes. Luke, what did you think about the match?
Man, I thought that the team that scored more points won. You know, I think that is exactly what the coaches should be teaching and what they have taught. No, but seriously, I thought some fantastic chemistry between these two teams. As Yo Romeo, I believe, said in chat, you know, a very different game than the last coaches match. Huge shout out to Torque for organizing everything in the academy, and I don't know who put together the exact coaches match or who chose captains or whatever, or who even chose teams, but whoever did a fantastic job, and my money's on probably Torque did that. So much love to him, and much love to all of the coaches participating in the Tyro Academy, all of the players participating in the Tyro Academy, because seriously, without them, we couldn't do any of this. Also, if you are on a team that just won, i.e. Taste the Rainbow, so Carl, Skittles, Hyena Dragon, and 20 Fish, when they have a is the coach panel right now, or is it a game first? I don't know. Spreadsheets. What's the schedule? What's up next?
Well, up next we have Disgustin and Magic School Bus. So
All
we're
right.
gonna
So
get
then, after the match, we have a coaches panel. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they think. But overall, I'm very pleased with that game. I thought it couldn't be much closer, Mark.
No, it really wasn't. I mean, it was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of things that, you know, a lot of these players have been around a long time. I've been playing about 2 years. Skittles, Carl, Hyena, Natasha, Martine. Those are all people that have been around a long time, and they got to showcase a lot of their stuff. Tasha came through with a really great round one. Skittles with a really great round two, and just overall, just a really fun game to watch. So it was great. Great. Whoever balanced those rosters did a great job.
Yeah, they really did. I trust your schedule. So Disgustin against whom?
Magic School Bus.
Magic School Bus. Miss Frizzle is on her way, and don't go too far away because we will be right back. I think Torque is actually in headset right now, so maybe we won't be right back. We're just gonna hang out. So huge shout out to Torque hanging out with the coaches, of course, being a coach themselves. But yeah, I don't know where the schedule is. I lost it. I swear I had it. Anyway, so yeah, after the matches today, but this is the last day of the Tyro Academy. So of course at 2 p.m. We had the coaches match 204. Where the heck is the schedule?
I just posted
why
it
don't
in
you
the Twitch
tell us?
chat.
In Twitch chat. I don't see it on Twitch chat.
Well, I hope I'm watching the right caster. No, it should be up here in a minute. It looks like I posted it. So.
All right. Well, regardless, there'll be so much exciting stuff, and we got some exciting people like Cosmic Cowsy. How's it going, man? All right, you don't have a mic right now, but that's okay. We're vibing. But go, everyone. Also, huge shout out to Iceman Gaming UK. Huge shout out to Chuck Slot, who just gave me a subscription as well. Hey, thanks, man. But also gave 5 tier 1 subscriptions to the VR Broadcast Networks community. So huge shout out to you. Huge shout out to everyone participating within this tournament. Having a good time, having some fun. But the first match right away, I believe so. Iceman Gaming UK.
Yeah, we have 2
here
matches.
It is. I found it.
2 matches and then the coaches panel. And thanks, Chucks. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we have 2:30. So right now, we have Disgusting against the Magic School Bus. Yes, Mark Ramsey and myself will still be here. At 3, we have Immersion versus Penguins. Then at 3:30, we have the coaches discussion panel, and I'm sure they'd be happy to know that their match was for charity, because I don't think any of them did know that. Only Trees, Kadaski, and the Academy players knew that. So huge shout out to Iceman Gaming UK, who is in chat, and now Martini does know that because you just joined us in the chat. So welcome, Martini. That match was for charity, and that match was won, of course, by the team Taste the Rainbow. So huge congratulations to you, Taste the Rainbow. If you are hearing this, please let us know who you would like, or what you would like your charity money to go towards, which charity. You can select it from charitynavigator.org. But yeah, what an incredible round. Yeah, wait, seriously, Martini, there's a pool. If you would like to join, if you would like to add to the pool, it is linked in chat. But we raised $500 Canadian for that match. So all the stakes and all the good stuff. So yeah, there is going to be the Penguins match. Yeah, join Cosmic Kelsey, more the merrier. Have some fun. Have some fun with us here in the casting booth. Well, we didn't hear your mic, so if you were talking to us, you literally can't be heard. So that is certainly a problem. Make sure you figure that one out. But
yeah, Kudokai says they got more space in the big screen. If you want a more immersive experience, watch it with some people. The code is in the Twitch chat. So if you like to watch it with the headset on and get that full on the couch with another person experience, that's a good place to get it.
Yeah, it's so fun. Is that in?
It is.
Big screen. Yeah, big screen is great. So definitely check it out. The room ID. If you are listening in and you're like, wait, what is it again? If you happen to be that one person right now, it's YTY724. YTY724 is the big screen room ID. They're throwing tomatoes at each other right now. So hey, if you want to join the food fight, you want to live out your childhood fantasy, having a food fight in your cafeteria, you can do that right now in big screen beta, or maybe without a beta. I don't know. Y2Y724. But Cosmic Cowsy, let's see if you have a mic. How's it going? You're muted.
Silent. He's just like how I've been sounding when I play lately, because I haven't had a mic for about 2 weeks. And...
Oh, that's rough.
Oh, it's so bad. But it really helps you realize how important comms are. So there's some benefits to it, but man, it is not as much fun if you can't tell everyone where you're at.
Yeah, I can only imagine. That sounds.
Yeah, I had to play your squad the other day without comms.
For the VR EL match that we had. Huge shout out to Martini. I realized this throughout the cast that Martini's also my teammate because we played VR. So I guess I was biased towards both teams, but that's okay. Whatever.
Yeah, and we have Corny. Well, we have Lolly on our VRPL team. Corny's on our VREL team, and then Corny, which is joining us for Spatial Confusion in Vermont Season 7. So,
nice.
Yes, we got some representation there too.
There you go. See, it's the whole community. We all cross-pollinate. It's a good time. So hey.
And there's enough leagues there that you can, get with this group for this league, get with that group for that league.
Totally. That's literally how the Tyro VR EL team came together. Was literally like, hey, who wants to play more Echo? And Martini was like, roasted, and I was like, hey, we can make it a Tyro team. He was like, okay. And then a bunch of people came together, and we don't take it too seriously, but we just have some fun, play some more Echo with folks that we like, and also sometimes hopefully play against folks we like, and have a good time. So it's always a lot of fun. But Disgusting needs a sub, guys. So if anybody, I presume he's Iceman Gaming, you're not trolling me. So if anybody is an eligible Academy sub, you know who you are. We need you right now. Finals. Well, not finals yet, but finals day. Huge implications for these teams. And if you are interested,
you could come off the bench and make a difference. You come off the bench,
make a difference.
And you could make this whole day about you. Just come out, just dominate.
Just come in and absolutely dominate. Show off. No, Flair, you're not an eligible Academy sub. What is this? This is the Tyro Academy Finals Day, and this is one of the final matches. The bracket is posted. It's in the Tyro server, so if you are interested in checking it out, make sure to do so. But no, I'm ineligible as subbed for them already, Iceman. Okay, that's okay. If we could get the Spark link. Oh, you probably already posted it, didn't you? Oh no, you didn't. I can hear the game off the Spark link, but not the broadcast. Well, that's because we're not in game right now. We're just in intermission. Flair, you can't be eligible because you are not a new player. You cannot be. You're not eligible. It's not going to happen. You've been playing for like 4 seasons, my dude. But there it is. Look, asking you shall receive. There is the bracket. So we are starting today off with Disgustant against the Magic School Bus. And then following that match, we have Immersion against Penguins. Then following that, we have the coaches panel. And then after that, we have the whole bronze match. Yes, we have the bronze match. And then after that, we have the grand finals. Hopefully I got the order right because I couldn't find it again. I don't know. There's too many channels. But I'm sure it's mostly right, if not slightly wrong. No, that was right, apparently.
No,
so,
that's correct, Luke. We've got
okay,
this
great.
match. We've got
there we go.
We've got this. They can hear me, by the way, Luke.
Okay, great.
We've got this match for the semifinals to kick it off. Then we've got Immersion versus Penguins, which is a cross-region match. One of our EU teams make it into the finals this season, which is really exciting for them and for the academy, seeing that growth there. Once we're done with the semifinals match, we'll do the coaches panel, and then we'll jump into the bronze match. And then the last match of the evening will be the championship match to decide who gets to claim the title of Tyro Academy Season 2 champions. Since we're on a break here waiting for everybody to join in, they're trying to get a sub. It looks like they finally got the player they were expecting, so we'll be able to ready up pretty soon. But before we do that, we want to do our first giveaway. We promised giveaways. We're going to do giveaways. We are going to start off with... hold on, let me make sure I'm set up right. Yes, I am. We are going to start off with a Tyro tumbler. For those that haven't seen it, there it is on your screen. Nice, pretty. The one that we're giving away is not the pretty red. It's a stainless steel one, but everybody who's got them at LAN loves them. So this is to give away for the tumbler. And we're going to do these as trivia questions, Tyro-related trivia questions. Ooh. So, one answer per person. We will go through the chat log and figure out who answered correctly first. The first question is, name three... It's up. It's out there. Name 3 players on the Tyro NA roster for the team's first ever match. Now, we're talking VRML matches. So, if you don't know your Tyro history, you may not even know what season we're talking about, and we're not going to tell you either. So, 3 players on the Tyro NA roster for the team's first ever match.
That's some niche history. All right.
It's not hard. You can go on the VRML website, go look at the team.
You can look at our first match.
As a matter of fact,
who's on the roster.
The first match was even casted, which is, pretty impressive because nobody gets casted their first match. And it looks like
Martini got it.
I believe Martini was the first with it. So the answer to the question, now that we've gotten a correct answer, is there's the roster. One you see, Arch, Boomslang, Crizzo, Natasha Lore, and Sammy Gabby are the original founding members of Tyro NA. So there's our giveaway for the tumbler. Martini, hit me up in DMs and we will get that. I think I still actually have your address from your jersey, so we will get that shipped out to you. By the way, you are ineligible for the remaining giveaways. So we have 2 more giveaways
give the tumbler
coming.
to someone else. Martini, you can't do that.
Okay. Well, then we'll just go to the next one in line if Martina doesn't want it, which was Sir Trees.
Trees, do you want it?
Trees, do you want it?
Wait.
Martini says wait. Look, this is the
Oh, you
problem
have
with
one.
your
Okay.
dunking, Martini.
Okay, Martini won it. He wants it. He's gonna take it. He has one. All right, Martini, what's your trivia question?
Martini's asking a trivia question?
I think so. I think he's saying wait. He's saying I have one.
Yes, Dre's asking.
Unfortunately, I think he's saying he has a tumbler. Unfortunately, the teams appear to have taken it upon themselves to ready up, so we are going to immediately go into this match with the first match of the semifinals. Luke, take it away.
All right, I need a spark link, so I will be 15 seconds delayed based off of the stream. So here we go. We are having a neutral joust, and you can see how delayed I am because I just saw it just the same time you did, as it is going to be cleared down, and I presume spark will be incoming. So in the meantime, Martini, figure it out. If you want to give it to someone, if you want to ask a trivia question, figure it out, tell us, but it's yours, and we'll figure it out during the break. But I do have a spark link, so I will be en route. And you do need to share your screen, presumably for yes, Mark Ramsey, unless he's also through Spark. That got unshared at some point for some reason. Oh, probably because you switched windows. But we are back live, and someone scored. I don't know who. Maybe not. I just saw the replay.
I'm glad you know what's going on.
Yeah, but someone did score. So it is going to be 2 points, I believe, for the Magic School Bus. But I truthfully am not in game yet, so I don't know.
That's correct. SLM Hodor scored 2 points for School Bus. We're now starting off with the joust for Disgustin. They've got the disc. Jim is going to push it forward a little bit. Tries to throw to the right side, but unfortunately no one was there. He's going to end up going down into trap and recovering it. Let's see if they can get this together a little bit. He's going to toss it forward off of the bounce. It's going to be up in the blue bubble, and it looks like Mr. Valadex does recover it. Happy Path takes the bounce shot for 2 points.
There we go, and we are in Disgustin, finding, hey, a tie game so that we can finally start this cast properly, as we are going to have Magic School Bus with this joust advantage now. Who is going to grab this disc? Looks like Kurt will, as this is going to be a joust picked up here by Kurt. Kurt quickly to the right side, very quickly. Unfortunately, a little bit inaccurately, as that is going to bounce back, bounce low, and bounce into the hands of Jim, who's not going to put that in just yet, but it will bounce around into this bubble, picked up now by Ghost. Ghost immediately stunned out, bouncing off the ceiling. Will it get picked up here? Yes, by Mr. Valadex. Mr. going for the cross, connecting now to Happy Path. Happy Path moving on up, trying to find the right path to the destination, which is scoring 2 or 3, but it was not meant to be that play because Frael is going to find that clear.
Back the other way.
Already seen a lot of good passing, good stacks. This
Gets their hands on it.
and good offensive setups. They're going for that extra pass, getting good opportunities. So that's what we want to see here in the semifinals. Ghost is going to take it down to the floor. He makes a solo move, doesn't get around Valid. Got to pass that, and that'll be cleared out, or attempt to clear out by Disgusting. It's going to come back, go to the opposite pop, where it's going to be picked up. Actually, it's going to be taken by School Bus, but now it's a loose disc. They have a stack. It's going to be a 3-stack here with Katrin and Jimbo and a third member of Disgusting. They're going to proceed forward. They have one player cross boot, one player under goal who's stunned out. That cross boot's going to come over and retrieve the loose disc. They have a 1-on-2. They're going to back it up, and good, calm play there, but he's going to throw it right to through the defender there. It's a loose disc. And, I mean, when I was just starting, it took me a long time to get that calm. And Jimbo's going to put it in from about 4 meters out. Nice shot there. And these offenses playing with kind of a poise that takes most of us a long time to get to. That shows that Academy really putting that competitive pressure on them early really has developed those skills quickly.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's honestly insane. I mean, you have to recognize, and you probably don't recognize, that some of these players have only been playing the game for like weeks, like a couple months, you know, and some players obviously are more experienced as the way it goes, and that hasn't really taken the game seriously until recently, until they joined the academy. But it's incredible to see the progression, and time again, I say to everyone really that I wish I had the academy when I started. Of course, you know, we didn't, but man, oh man, it's crazy to see the progression and the progress of these players and of these teams. These passing, they're looking for the cuts, and yeah, maybe they're not 100% accurate. Maybe they're not quite on target just yet, but they're
Off the
looking
ding
for
ring.
the right things. Yeah, that is always rough. I mean, some continued aggression here from Disgustin. Unfortunately, not finding a 2-pointer yet, not finding any points further on the board. So it is going to be the Magic School Bus and Miss Frisbee. Don't be confused of Miss Frizzle. That's their sister. It's going to get picked up by Mr. Valadex and almost sent back the other way.
Yeah, a lot of loose discs here, a lot of floating toward the disc as we see about 6 people there, nobody stacked up, and then kind of a wild shot toward goal. Could have got there. It was not covered, but it's going to end up getting picked up by Disgusting, who's going to send it upfield. They're going to pick it up, a nice stack forward to open goal, but they kick it off the post. It's going to go back to the left and around. Going to be picked up by Subies and sent around across the top of the arena and toward the other side. We're going to be picked up by Valid. Valid's going to put on the brakes and head back toward the offensive side, reset over to Double Diamond. It's going to be kicked back to Valid. And you see, when you're passing behind and you're passing side to side, you have a bigger margin of error. You see those passes not connecting, but still not losing the possession as they take it into the bubble here. Good opportunities. Valid to top clock down to Happy Path, who puts it off the ding ring. Rebound's going to end up in the hands of the Magic School Bus, and it'll be a chase down. It's right in the vicinity of goal, so if they can get to it, they'll have an easy goal, but off the ding ring, and that's Ghost, unable to convert that open goal there. And a nice, supposedly a short pass, but his passee got knocked out. So they're going to be running here, trying to get it out. Nice move by Jimbo to shake the defender. They give it over to Happy Path, and look at this. They're retreating on the defensive side. It doesn't work out for them this time as they had too many numbers ahead. But you still like that calmness of, you didn't have a clear really there. They had 3 people in front of him. He takes it back, tries to buy himself a little more space, but not quite able to do that.
Yeah, not quite able to connect, but hey, it's a tie game. And again, this is go. What's up?
I'm gonna say that's how you learn. You take too much time.
Absolutely. And hey, it's better to take too much time than too little. So definitely huge, good job from them for that aspect at the very least. But Happy Path looking to find a pass at all as he is under pressure from behind. Finds the pass actually, connecting here with Jim Jim. Jim Jim, one more pass back. The shot off the head or off the hand of Ghost. 85-49. And man, oh man, I mean, it's bouncing around and bouncing maybe into the hands of the Magic School Bus, but Miss Frisbee not able to quite find the back of the net there as Mr. Valadex steals it. Jim Jim gets stolen from, and Ghost will steal the 3, getting the lead for the first time, or no, for the second time this match. Magic School Bus is up.
Really nice low angle shot from the floor. Good skill player with Ghost, who can definitely make the move on you, as well as make those really kind of tougher shots. And I agree with kind of the sentiment in the chat. These do not look like new players. This doesn't look like a fundamentals match. These teams have done a great job in the time that they've been together, putting it together, developing chemistry, knowing where each other are at. Great stack and a turnover there into what looks like maybe a 3. And it's a tie game. What a great stack. They were hiding there. They jumped out at the right time. I mean, these are not beginners' moves here that we're seeing.
Yeah, it really isn't. It's really back and forth. I mean, they were consistently hitting 3s here. Oh my goodness. But tie game again. I mean, could it be any closer? As Ghost is going to find the clear down to the right side, bouncing high on the ceiling. Will it get picked up? No. Hodor is trying to get a hand on it, going for the shot, but is going to get their pocket pick from Jim Jim. Jim Jim under pressure, finding the clear, looking for it at least, is going to bounce around and bounce through, working in their favor, but do they get the recovery? Yes. Picked up by Mr. Valadex. Mr. Valadex now slowing down this play. No reset option available, but there is a cross pass. 2 passes low. Goes for the cut. Goes for the goal. Oh my goodness, what patience. Jim Jim finishing.
Yeah, great cut. And they have a lead here. 2 points. And just the way the Academy has always been all season, we're going to be having 2 halves, and they're going to be rolling over the points. So it'll be cumulative. point. So both teams are feeling good at this point, I would say. Although I will say that there are a lot of loose discs for the taking. So they really, either of these teams, the first one to get a cohesive stack together to chase down those loose discs, are going to probably end up finding a way to put more points on the board here than the other team. They're going to have another nice, developed, calm possession. Disgusting's going to take it up, finds a cut pass, but unable to quite deliver. The idea was good there. They're going to keep possession, send it to Nest, who's going to have an open shot on goal, and Frail gets knocked out, and the bounce gets brought back in from behind the goal, I think, by Jim. And they are now up by 4.
All right. I mean, starting to have a lead is disgusting, but is this going to be the final lead? Well, probably not. How close this game's been, but let's see. As it's going to be a Magic School Bus, not quite able to get that shot, and oh my goodness, I almost thought that was in. That could have been in. Isabez trying to find the long 3, just a little bit high and wide, but still well in control. Isabez now to Happy Path. Happy Path, bounce the shot, no, backboard shot, connecting to Happy Path, and Happy Path will finish, coming in hot, 13-7. Oh my.
Good shot through traffic, and they are mounting an offensive momentum here, and they got 90 seconds to kind of cut that lead down, and so they want to get a good rollout here. Let's see if they split them out again. It'll be Kurt with the quarterback. He's got 2 on the left side as a relay rollout, but they're going to read it, and Valid breaks it up. Isudes tries to proceed forward, but he gets knocked out, and they're going to send it forward, bounces off the top of the clock over to cross shoulder, and it's going to be, once again, a float fest over to the disc. And it's going to get a turned up field in favor of Magic School Bus, but Happy Path is back there, receives the disc, and nice pass across mid to opposite table. Jim's got a lot of room over here. He's got also a man forward on the right side. He tries to kick it over to them, but stolen by Kurt. And the stack is right there back on Kurt, but he gets rid of it first to Hodor. Hodor's going to move it forward. It's going to go up to post and click toward the top of the goal, and it's a loose disc. And no stacks yet to retrieve it. That's kind of what I'm seeing here as the biggest opportunity for one of these teams to take over the game.
Yeah, it really is a speed game at this point. And not speed in terms of how fast you stack, but how quickly you find that recovery. Nevertheless, it will be 15-7, the final goal from Jim. Absolutely crushing it. 15-7. Making it an 8-point lead. So a very strong start from Disgusting here. Of course, the winner will advance straight on to the grand finals. The loser will move on to the bronze medal match. So 1 round to rule them all. Who will stay on top and who will go low? But great teamwork from all these players. Jim, of course, with a monstrous 11 points. Everyone across the board is certainly putting in work, stuns, saves, but notably, both teams really have 2 main players who are going for those shots, and then lots of players who are playing those supporting roles, trying to find those stacks, trying to find those stuns. So it'd be really great to see, that stack recovery. I totally agree with you, yes, Mark Ramsey, that it really is stack recovery at this point. Who will win this match? It's the team that not can stack faster, who can get their stacks together faster to really find those discs and find those rotations downfield.
Yeah, the disc always looks closer than it actually is. So it's one of those things where you feel like you can get it, but if somebody behind you grabs the stack, they're going to definitely get there sooner than you do. And so you can't let your eyes get too big on that disc and think you're just going to float over there. Even if you do, you're just going to end up in a big cluster of players, and you're not likely to end up coming out of that with the disc. The Magic School Bus is going to take the neutral joust, and they're going to send it forward, picked up by the back stack. Disgusting. They aren't able to get it cleared out. It's still on the offensive side for Magic School Bus. But this loose disc here, they send it toward the goal, and it gets a very favorable bounce and into the goal for a 3 and by Kurt, and they needed that.
There we go. They certainly did need that, but that's a strong start. That is exactly how you need to start the second half because, of course, points do carry over, as you have noticed here. 2 12-minute halves is the Tyro Academy rule set, and they want more than 2. They want 3, but it wasn't meant to be the first time. Try again, and no, it wasn't meant to be, apparently. Backboard pass? No, it's going to be a stun and a steal, and Mr. Valix X is going to look for that clear, but instead it will be a clear by by themselves, as they do collect this disc now, as Frayel looks for a long shot opportunity, or rather a long clear opportunity. Maybe we'll go for a pass instead, baiting out one player, finding the bounce. But is it an intentional one, or do they get the read? No. It's going to be bounced right back, and not in the net, but in the area, and they're on offense.
Nice pickup off the boot by Jimbo to put that in as they regain a 7-point lead here, and puts the Management School Bus back into a position where they're going to need to mount another successful offensive joust to try to get back into this game. They kick it over to the right. They aren't able to connect with that, but the backstack unable to make them pay just yet. But Jimbo comes in there, takes it. He finds a safe place in the tunnel. He looks around, finds a really good option up front on boot, but can't quite connect with an on-goal shot. Almost got a nice favorable bounce into the goal, but cleared out on time. And they're going to have this disc. They're going to keep it forward. But this time the backstack is able to get there. It'll be Kurt, but Kurt doesn't have a stack partner. He does send it successfully all the way toward goal. It's going to click down to the in between boots, and a nice shot there, but unable to connect from Hodor. And we'll have Disgustin taking it, but they can't get it off. A nice stack in, and that's what we like to see, the Magic School Bus stacking in there to take control of that disc, and they have an offensive possession, but that cut pass isn't able to connect, and we have a clear up field and an opportunity for Disgustin to field it, and they have an open goal here, but unable to get control in time, but they get the pass up, and Happy puts a nice little 2-pointer in there to extend the lead further.
Man, I mean, that is an absolute battle right there that we just saw play out on the lower half of that arena on the side of the Magic School Bus squad and Miss Frisbee, because, oh my goodness, it is a 9-point game right now, but it really could go either way. Magic School Bus are doing some fantastic working upfield, fantastic passing. It's just finding that pesky net. It's finding those goals. It's finding the points right when they're in the bubble. They have great control all the way up. And then it's just that last one. But a fantastic reset there. Now over to Happy Path. Happy Path going for the clear. Is going to go past the mid mark, but will bounce right back into the hands of Jim, who is looking for a reset, doesn't see a good option, so he's going to send it downfield. Going to get picked up here now by Mr. Valid X. Mr. Valid X is moving in, but stunned through by Kurt. Kurt is going to get the recovery too. Now almost stunned again by Mr. Valid X, but now picked up by Ghost. Ghost going all the way up the left side, read by Happy Path. And so Happy Path is going to look right the other way, finding that pass high, connecting to iSubs. iSub now going to get picked up by Mr. Valid X. The bounce shot off the ding ring. Oh my! The shot not working out in their favor, so I guess it goes both ways for both these teams, missing their opportunities here, as it is going to be for every game, forever and ever. Unfortunately, it never changes. Welcome to Echo Arena. It is going to be Jim now picking this disc up, looking for a pass option, goes for the bounce off the ceiling. What a dime! Mr. Valid X diving in, has no numbers. The reset, it's good. Jim on defense. No, it's Ghost, who was hard to see, but will do exactly what they needed to do, as this is just going to be, again, an absolute battle. But you know what? Try again, and it shall be Disgusting. Jim coming through with 2 more points.
There's lots of great things to look at there with that possession. They had 2 men up, and then they reset back to Bowtie to get that extra third player in. Then when they tried to clear it, they had Happy Path hiding behind Double Diamond, cutting off that final back line, bringing that up, and then that 4-man offense was able to get the goal. So really, that's really how the game is played. If you don't have the numbers up, you send it back to the reset. That reset's going to bring that next offensive player up there to jump into the action, and you rinse and repeat until you get the disc in the goal.
Yeah, big disc goes big goal, and points are scored. Or something like
Oh,
that.
all three stunned out right there.
Yeah,
And no one's able to field that.
they certainly weren't, but it is going to get sent downfield now by Ghost. Ghost doing a monstrous job here on defense, and notably, especially because Ghost has 5 points as well to their name. So great job from them, but now picked up here by Isub as Isub is trying to find a high pass. It's going to connect to Mr. Valadex to the backboard, and oh my goodness, did you see that passing? 23-10.
They can see the finals in their sights. They're fine-tuning this here. They got a 13-point lead standing between them and the finals here. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to play. And we will see if they can get some quick points here. But these are just these rollout passes just not getting delivered consistently enough, and that's causing a lot of trouble defensively for Magic School Bus, and then also the inability to score quickly or put many points up on the board this half so far. That went off the ding ring. They're going to still have possession of it, and Disgusting is going to see what they can put together again. They have Jimbo retreating down to trap. Hodor is unable to pick that up. Jimbo does make a nice evasive move to get out of there, sends it across boot, but actually there's a player over there by the side of the goal who gets it, but he's taken out by Kurt. And the disc is going the other way. This is where you really got to have stacks and not floating. They get there, but unable to connect with that shot from the ceiling.
Yeah, unable to connect, unfortunately, as that is going to be just sent through. Oh my goodness, what a clear. Bouncing all the way deep into the bubble, and you know who's there. It is Jim, who's looking to dive, looking for the cut, but there's the stun, keeping the hopes alive here for the Magic School Bus, as that is just going to be a pass across to no one. But who will recover it? A nice leech, a really good leech from Kurt. Unfortunately, stunned through the dive, the dunk, the two. Isub is 25-10.
Get to your launchers.
They are on their way to a commanding victory here, and we definitely want to see what Magic School West can do to respond the rest of this half. But I think we have a team that's going to stack up really well in this finals matchup.
Teams entering the
Yeah, it certainly is going to be a certainly interesting matchup here. But still 4 minutes. Don't count them out, but that's a beautiful shot off the shield and bouncing almost right back out.
Another offensive rollout, 4-on-3, and he puts it behind the goal. And what a great pass and a great finish by Subis. But they really are seeing these passes well. And the way that they're setting up this offense seems just to be a little bit too much for Magic School Bus to handle. And then these rollouts are just not being executed. If you're not hitting the tunnels, you got to switch. You got to throw it to Cloud. You got to throw it to Trap. You got to put it someplace different because you just can't keep doing it too many times. Especially, sometimes, just like with shots or in passes, the quarterback just sometimes it's hard to deliver, and sometimes just the throw's got to be just a little bit off and cause a lot of turmoil for your team. So you just got to switch it up. Something that these players all learn as they continue to develop. Nice save by Jimbo as he retreats and starts to move it forward on the floor. He's got a little bit of room. Goes cross station to Happy Path. Happy Path is in the middle of the field without his guard up. That's going to be taken over by Hodor. Nice shot, but not wide off the ding ring. And it'll head back.
Yeah, it will. And I mean, it's so many opportunities, unfortunately, just not becoming points on the side of the Magic School Bus here in this matchup. But still, a fantastic showing from them. 2 minutes remaining. Still time to get many, many more points. And this may be one of those opportunities, but no. Read by Happy Bath, but stolen right back by Ghost. Going for the big bounce shot. It's going to bounce very near to the net, but not quite in, as it is going to be Ghost. Now, once again, with this disc, has the reset, but unfortunately loses a hand. It's going to get picked up by no one, as they do jump out and away from it, as Mr. Valadax picks this up and happily, easily buys some time, but not quite finding through mid, as it's again picked up by Ghost. Ghost, there is a goalie back. Do they need pass options? They do. Do they find one? Unfortunately not, as Valadax gets the clear, and there is the stack. The quick stack recovery, the name of the game, and the shot. Oh my! 3 more on the board, 30-10.
has it this time.
Yeah, J&B really taking control of this game offensively. He's been and also a lot covering goal on the other end. That's that player that's really uh, led this team a lot all season long, and he puts up 18 of the 30 points. And what a great showing! One thing I really just noticed is that the offensive setups, the on Magic School Bus, they were trying to push the issue a little much, whereas with Disgustin, they would slow it down, bring it back, use the reset option, and just take their time developing the bubble and then getting those cross passes in. A lot of passes just being delivered really skillfully in that whole game.
Yeah, it really was. And I need to shout out all these players. Huge shout out to Happy Path, Mr. Valdex, iSub Jim, Kurt BD, SLM Hodor, Ghost, and Frael, because all of you are absolutely incredible, especially being so new at the game. It's incredible to see your progression. I'm so looking forward to see how far you can move forward as well. But we shall move forward to the other semifinals match here on the Tyro Academy Season 2 weekend. And I don't know why I keep on losing this. Oh, here it is. Is Immersion versus Penguins. And so that is going to be coming up next here in just a moment. But my, oh my, any last words on that one? Yes, Mark Ramsey.
No, just how impressive it is to watch. I mean, some of these players are clearly going to probably join a Vermal team and skip bronze altogether, and some of them might even skip silver. I mean, and so for somebody who spent 2 seasons in bronze or whatever, a season and a half or a season and a cycle, it's just like really nice that they get that benefit of coming into competitive play with all these great skills that they are clearly utilizing in the arena. And that's the whole point of the academy, is to boot camp some new players that are into it, but they just can't quite catch up with the pace of play that may be happening in more competitive arenas, and then just using the skills that they're taught and putting together these really good matchups. I mean, that was a fun game to watch. We'd like to see a little bit more stacks, but then again, we can be picky about pretty much anything. They both played really hard, and it was just too much for them to handle that disgusting offense. I think it's going to be a real problem in the finals for whoever wins this next match.
Yeah, it certainly is something to watch, and maybe they even are taking advantage, whoever that team may be, Penguins or Immersion, and take advantage of how this team plays and get some insights. Of course, they probably have played each other during the regular season as well. But hey, if you are interested in joining Tyro and helping the Tyro Academy happen again for Season 3, we are currently putting together a committee to run the season no more than 5 hours a week. Much less than that realistically, of just volunteering your time to help the Tyro community run the academy. If you are interested, you can check out our community announcement channel. It is the second most recent post that you can check out and learn more. But much love to TGI Torquemada for running the scenes behind the screen. You see, of course, yes, Mark Ramsey and myself on screen right now. But running the assets here, doing so much for the community, all in all. But of course, we want to see it grow. We want to see it time and time again and have our own Season 6, just like VRML. Of course, this being only Season 2. So we need your help to do so. If you are interested, do reach out when you see on Discord or join Tyro at tyro.community. So much love to you all. And are we going to take a break, Torque, or is there something else in store?
He might be getting the arena set up here. So, but yeah, he does. He does a great job. A couple of times he's jumped in on those headset cams right as they were taking these really nice long distance shots, and that was just really. So he does a great job at not only coordinating everything, putting the the structure of the academy. Really, he put a lot of effort into all of that, and just watching it come to fruition, and watching more than everything the players develop and get better so quickly. It's just fun to watch. I'm excited about this next game, and this one I'm a little partial to because I was assistant coach for Immersion. So I might not hide that as well as I like, but I do like the Penguins as well. So I'll be I'll be sharing the love as best I can here.
It'll be a good time regardless of Torque. Of course, Torque is now back. We all see the arena, and we are just saying much love to you, my friend. If you would, are we taking a break? Are we doing something else? You let us know. Otherwise, we're
No,
just jamming
sir.
out.
No breaks today. We are running straight through. We've already got the immersion guys in the arena right now. And we are getting the Penguins folks to join in the arena. Reminder for everybody that this is one of our cross-region matches. So Immersion is an NA team, Penguins is an EU team. So the strat definitely changes for both of these teams. We're going to start off on an NA server, and the the Immersion folks will have an advantage in this first match or first round, but then they'll have to give that advantage back to the EU team going into the second round when we switch servers over to an EU server. So it will definitely be a test for both of them to see if they can adapt to adversity and which team is going to change their strategy to effectively play when the ping is at a significant disadvantage.
It certainly will be something interesting to see. And hey, EUNA, it's the ultimate battle as it is throughout history. So I'm very excited to see how these two teams play and how they manage, dealing with ping. Of course, you can look at ping as an advantage or a disadvantage depending on your perspective. But stacks certainly will be a little bit more challenging, but passing will be very strong. You'll have some good steal game going on as well. So I'd be very interested to see if when either team is on the higher pinged server for them, if they are able to find themselves finding some more passing plays, maybe going for those man defenses. But we'll see. I'm very curious. I'm very curious. But hopefully we do get the last member of. Blue is Penguins? No.
Yes.
Yes? Yes.
Blue is Penguins, yes.
So Penguins is in blue here on your screen right now, and Immersion is in orange. So hopefully we get that last player in, but I am very curious to see how this one pans out. I mean, in your experience, Mark Ramsey, what is the key to play when you sometimes have unideal, ping numbers?
We always kind of play with the 5-foot rule, and I don't know if that's actually a rule or something that we just kind of came up with, but you always kind of assume everything is 5 feet away, even if it's close, if your ping is up. So you just you got to play with more, in my opinion, discipline. You have to choose your spots better. You can't run into every play, because the person with lower ping is going to have a lot of one-on-one advantages against you. And then, stacks can really be effective even when ping is high. They just have to be controlled. You have to communicate where you're going. And you just can't pull faster than you might want to, really pull really fast to get that full 5 meters. In this case, you might just pull more in a controlled way and then approach disc and try to make that play cleanly, as opposed to just kind of crash in like you might do if your ping is low.
Right. Yeah.
And as the person who has coached the EU teams this season, or one of the coaches for the EU teams, I will say that I emphasize to the EU teams before every single match that in the first round, when they have that ping advantage or disadvantage, they need to slow down. They need to put the game at a crawl. Okay, take speed out of the equation. If the other team only scores 8 points in the first round, you can clear and chase 8 points. Any team can clear and chase 8 points when you have a ping advantage, right? So their strategy has to be slow this down, pass it around a lot, play monkey in the middle, and eat up the 12 minutes of the clock. And then when they get onto that EU server and they have that 100 ping advantage, then clear and chase to your heart's content.
Right. Well, let's see if we can do exactly that, as we do have 4-on-4 action. Hopefully they ready up here in just a moment. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more with that. I think it certainly is a time to just maybe score some points, but really burn that clock away and really play that passing game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they respond. We have two teams that had a lot of success in the regular season, especially Immersion. They just look like they got it all put together. Penguins, I've seen, anytime I cast them, Ellis is always making a very strong showing. This is the first time I've seen them with Yaijin playing, so we'll see how they contribute to the overall success of the team. And as glance at the board, you'll see the difference. Usually about 80 points on average per player, so it's not small. We'll see if how they overcome here, and we got our neutral joust here to determine who is going to go on and play Disgustin in the Academy Season 2 Finals. Here we go.
Here we go, right in the action, as that's going to get picked up here by Local Peasant, but stolen right back. There's that strong steal game I want to see, as It's Me Ellis is going to unfortunately get it stolen right back, as it is going to get moved up. Down Local Peasant, going for a clear off the wall. It's going to be a very interesting clear that works out well in their favor, but really strong stack recovery coming from the side of Penguins. That's what we missed in that last match here. That not the speed of the stack, but the speed of coming together as a stack. Unfortunately, that pass is going to be a little bit awry, or a little bit off. So BTBL Hawk is going to pick this disc up and slowly take it downfield. But this is all time that's well spent and well read. It's Me Ellis going for that ever so famous boop shot. Maybe a little bit different because it's not effectively from Cloud, but that would have been in, as that Local Peasant will pick it up and slow this play down.
And they got a forward stack here, but they get split up, and Ellis comes and grabs it himself. That's the steal work you were talking about. See, not playing scared, and that does generate 3 points for Penguins, as they are the first to draw blood here.
They certainly are. Of course, they are the EU team again. Penguins are all European players. Well, Immersion is all NA. Again, this first half will be in the EU server. The second half will be in NA. But Penguins putting on the pressure. There's a missed, unforced error, unfortunately, from Immersion. Now will get picked up here by Penguins. Penguins long shot not in, but bouncing is the stack there to read it. Unfortunately not. They did break apart. So they are going to just go for it. I love that aggression from the stack. That is everything that I want to see from them. Maybe against their coach's wishes, but I like seeing that. It is going to be picked up here by It's Me Ellis, now under pressure, going for the long clear. And hey, maybe they're even playing by your rule too, that 5-foot early clear well before they were truly under pressure. At least our side of the server as we see it. But it's going to get picked up by Immersion. Immersion going for a clear. They want some points on their side of the board now. Bouncing low. Stack recovery is very quick for both these teams. Picked up. Local Peasant long three hits it.
Great shot. Great stack up. Great shot. We were jockeying for with a lot of clears back and forth up the field, and then the personnel coming up to try to get to the disc first. So that stack and chase, very typical meta for early tiers, and all the way up really into, you'll see a lot of gold teams and implementing that very successfully as well. What they ideally want to do with that for it to be maximally effective is obviously wait for that stack to get together on your team, and then ideally the comms, that stack would be telling them where to send that disc, so that way there's a little bit of communication. It's not just a straight foot race.
Yeah, 100%, and especially when you have that back player, right? When you look for those stack recoveries, the person who's looking forward is calling where to go. The person who's looking back is just getting ready to listen and stack like the wind. But there's no wind in space. There's just echo, and there is Local Peasant diving in for the cut, but not meant to be, as that's going to just bounce out. Unfortunately, BTB bounce shot not out just yet. Picked up now here by It's Me Ellis. Ellis going for a long clear, bouncing around rather. That stack race is happening. The stack, one of the races did break apart. Actually, both of them did, unfortunately. That clear to the back line. Picked up here now by Yijun, but now Westy is going to have this disc bouncing everywhere. These clears have been so erratic today, unfortunately, as there's another one, and that will just get turned up and turned around by Local Peasant.
Yeah, the Geos are finding the disc today, especially on these clears. A lot of these stacks are breaking up, hitting Geo, which is just part of the game. That's why they put them there, to make make it more challenging to move it around the field, move your people in the disc around the field. They got a nice deliberate possession here. Peasant to the floor, where it's going to be picked up by BT Blackhawk and makes a nice move up, and he delivers. It is now 5-3 in favor of Immersion.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, both these teams are doing so many things right. It's an absolute battle. And, well, these teams, only one of them is going to go to finals, and that will be the winner, as the loser will find himself in the bronze match, but now picked up here by It's Me Ellis. Ellis, under pressure, doing well to burn some time, finds the pass, nice and low, gets the block off as well. Not going to connect, unfortunately, immediately to Iceman Gaming UK, as they do get stunned out. The clear, will it happen? Maybe. Yes,
There
it does, as it is going to be bouncing.
together and then send it. That's what we like to see.
There you go, coming from the coach, as it is going to be a cut in. That excuse me, a really tight angled shot, not going to find its connection, as that will just get turned around and bounced low by Penguins, but still not out, as again, Geos are found, not really finding each other as much as they would like, but there's a pass that will get picked up here by Immersion. Immersion, do they have an opportunity? No, it's going to be quickly cleared through by It's Me Ellis.
Blue clears it out of their zone.
And we have a loose disc, and that'll be nice stack back. I will say that as well as Disgustin played that first match, I feel like whoever in this game plays them, they're going to have to adapt to these stacks, because these teams are both stacking together to get every disc. Here we go. Local likes this spot here on the side of the arena. He cuts it across. The idea was there. Execution was barely off, and that sometimes is the difference between no points and 2 points. They are persistent, but they try to get a little too ambitious there, bringing it back into the bubble. It's cleared away, and the Penguins are going to try to chase this down for some points, but it'll be Local there first. But he gets punched, is not able to get rid of it. It's got two offensive players up, but they're not quite able to connect with each other or get that goal, and Local's going to float here over to the side. He's in pursuit by Iceman. He is comfortable with the disc, and the level of comfort that these academy players show on the defensive side of the disc is almost like unheard. I'm just blown away by it. Because a lot of us spent many months panic clearing in those situations, but
yeah,
there was nobody there to tell us.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
I wish, man. I mean, it's crazy to see. It's also crazy to see the discipline coming from right now from both these teams, but especially on Penguins. I mean, they're down by 2 points, but they're just playing their game. They're not panicked. They're not worried about it. They're man marking. They're finding their angles, and they're finding their clears right now, as that's going to bounce all the way downfield. The stack is together. The shot is going to be a pass instead, and the pass, unfortunately, will not be read, so maybe there's a little bit of panic, as that is going to bounce very free, but still picked up here by Yijun. Yijun going for a pass up, the shot, the save, as a BTB will happily handle that, but I guess to their coach's content, as TGI Torquemada said, they're just burning the clock. They're sending some time, as that would bounce in for 3, but not enough time, as they maybe going to try for a 3 again. Goalie stun? No, just a 2. Everyone's stealing it, and there's another ding, unfortunately. But man, a very tight game right here in the first half, as Immersion is up, but still looking to add to their score.
How about that goalie reset? I mean, goalie reset with offensive players up on the offensive zone. It's just a lot of poise, and that was a good decision. Get it to the player that has the most room, but a lot of bravery comes with that play as well. We're going to have another Immersion offense here that's going to try to set up. They're going to bring it back. Local's going to do a little bit of stick work on the floor and move around a bit, get himself some more room as he waits for his players to get together, and that's exactly what we want to see. And nice movement where he can buy all the time. He gives it over to AJ, who's got the most room, and they're going to send it forward, but maybe a little bit of a panic throw by AJ there. They're going to send it through the middle, but it's going to be picked up by Local. As you see, both of those guys were staggered out on the back line. Instead of stacked, they staggered, but on nearby geos. So that way they could cut off more pass lanes, but also still have their stack partner handy. These are just things that we don't typically see from newer players. And a nice cross floor to AJ. AJ is going to kick it over, but that player is marked and taken out, as is the person who comes up behind it. Ellis is going to clear it out, but Local playing a really good back line here. As
It's open season.
Your mic did cut out, but it is going to be sent all the way downfield now. Picked up here by Local Peasant, as Local Peasant is under pressure, but just the discipline on defense. And yeah, Scrimbot, was that reset a little risky? Maybe earlier, but I mean, they're just handling the pressure like an absolute champ, as Immersion now is looking for a downfield shot, looking for a downfield goal, but they're just under pressure. A short reset pass maybe, but no, the stun, the Dusty, one hand's in the disc, one hand's a fist, and diving in, there might walk the distance, as now it's going to be a cut, it's going to be a shot, but it's going to be a save as Yijun gets the clear.
yeah, good idea yet again. Just not quite able to execute, but great play, good decisions. I mean, the decision making of all these players are at a high level right now, and it's reflecting in the score. Neither of these teams are giving up goals. We've played more than 10 minutes, and we only have a total of 3 goals. So these are very much rounds that are highly fought, and that's because they're making a lot of right decisions here. They do have an open goal here on the other side.
Oh,
Bounce shot, but doesn't quite connect as it bounces over to the cross tunnel, where it's going to be picked up by AJ. AJ has 2 defenders on, but he sends it up. It's going to bounce around across shoulder, where it's going to be picked up by Local. Local's going to bring it in here. Oh, he jukes back instead of moving forward. A good move. AJ gets stunned out as he was the intended attacker, but they got a good back line set up as BT Blackhawks going to retrieve the clear, go over to Cloud. He sends it down to cross boot. A nice move, and Local gets it in, and the goalie stunned by Rondog. I mean, can you do more right on that offensive possession there, Luke?
yeah, I don't think you can. That was very, very well played, finding those open passing lanes and, well, doing exactly what they need. But 4-point lead, 40 seconds, very, very good management here so far from the side of Penguins. Penguins, of course, being from the EU, having that ping disadvantage, taking much advantage of those steals, taking much advantage of the advantages that ping does give you. High ping, and that is. Those stacks maybe not as clean, those passes maybe not as clean, but the shots, the steals, they were there. But it is Immersion who wants to add to their score. They want more. They want points. They have 30 seconds, 20 seconds, clear downfield, bouncing around, but bouncing into the hands of whom? Immersion, under pressure, gets the stun, gets the clear, roll right into the hands, though, of Local Peasant. Local Peasant off the backboard. Is that going to get read by Immersion? Yes. Is that going to be a shot opportunity? 4 seconds. No, the stun's through. The shot's there. Oh, but the big save. Ellis keeps it within 4, as we are going to take a short break into this intermission to find the second half over in the EU. Oh my, what a half. Yes, Mark Ramsey. I mean, could you ask for a closer game?
Yeah, and they playing very evenly. They're doing everything right. It feels like excellent matchups. They're passing side to side. They're holding the disc and waiting for their teammates to stack up. And we shall see if the ping factored in at all and how these teams face on an EU server.
Yeah, it certainly will be interesting. Looking at the ping right now. I guess you also see it on screen. It basically looks like 100-point difference for these two teams. So I'm excited to see how the switch goes. Yeah, I mean, some phenomenal control. I took a screenshot that I'm going to stick in broadcast team chat of the board, so we have the first half for reference. But yeah, I mean, a phenomenal game. I mean, it's Mielis. Yeah, only got 3 points. That's the only points from the side of the EU squad Penguins. But I mean, the control was there. We were asking for stack recovery as opposed to speed. That was there. I mean, it was everything we needed to see from these two teams. It's incredible the progress that they've made. Being players on the newer side. I mean, that could easily be a very much silver or even gold matchup there in Vermal or any of the leagues. So incredible to see their progress so quickly.
Yeah, and the decision making is what really surprises me. where they get it. They have their, you can tell their gears are running. They're making these really good decisions. We're not seeing clumps of players chase the disc. We're seeing players go in with a stack, and there's a lot of reasons we don't stack in by ourselves. Not to mention the higher up you get, you're not going to get there. But if you stack in with a partner, then you have one person that can clear out the space in as much as attack any defenders, and you have a person that can retrieve the disc. And that's what we usually refer to as attack and support on a stack. With our stacks, where you have the person that's attacking, that person's usually the one that's crashing in, retrieving disc, and then you have the support. So that person might split off and go get into a pass position. That person might go in and punch the people that are coming in to get the guy with the disc, and just kind of that would be kind of the next step of development, where they can really develop each person's role within their position, and just making those decisions, fleshing those out even more as far as how to set yourself up for success.
Yeah, I mean, they've come so far, and huge shout out to you, to Tasha Lure, for being amazing coaches there on the side of Immersion, and all the coaches from part of the academy, TGI Torquemada, Martini, Carl of 20 Fish, Skittles. I'm missing so many people, but oh my goodness, it is incredible the amount of effort and the amount of progress that these players have had, and the amount of the care that everyone has to help us all improve in this crazy game we all know and love called Echo Arena. So it looks like we have made our way to the other server, just waiting on a spark link here. But the scores are submitted 7-3. It's on the right side. 12 minutes are on the clock as the points do carry over in the Tyro Academy rule set, and man, oh man, this is going to be one round of an absolute banger. Yes, Mark Ramsey.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know, I didn't participate in the academy last year, so I'm not really sure. I know there was more coaching hands-on, but in this season, they really had us give the reins a lot to the teams themselves. We kind of went in and gave them some ideas, fundamentals, and then the teams really did a great job with developing without the assistance of coaching, and a lot of credit gets given to the people that took over captaining these teams. BT Blackhawk, I know, was that on Immersion, and just getting people to practice, getting people into scrims, and doing all that is takes a lot of effort. And I think that really the teams doing that themselves, I think, really develops that chemistry and that accountability to each other that really kind of raises everyone.
Yeah, it certainly does. And well, let's raise the stakes here, because the winner moves on to the grand finals, and the loser will play in the bronze match. Well, let's see which team that will be. 7-3. It is Penguins in blue and Immersion in orange. Let's see, as they are on the offense. Nice read there, but nice steal, nice stack, nice stun, but the clear. Everything's gone right for everyone except for Penguins not having the disc, but Penguins are looking for it right now. Not under pressure just yet, as Immersion's struggling to find them each other, but there is a stack ready on the side of Penguins. Downfield now. 2 or 3 passing options. Elects to go for a high pass. It's going to bounce low, but it's going to bounce into the hands of Immersion. Immersion now finding that clear, bouncing to the backline player. It's Mielis is there, looking for the high pass, the high shot. It's an open 3 points. No, it's not meant to be, as it is going to bounce a little bit wide, but picked up again by Westy. There on the back line now, over to It's Me Ellis. Ellis across low to Gaming UK, but it's not. Oh, it's so close. We saw this with Magic School Bus as well in the first matchup against Disgustin, that they had so many opportunities, just not able to finish on them. Hopefully, Penguins doesn't have that problem. And what was that? Oh my goodness, what a hook shot. 7-6. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, they're putting that pressure on. They look a lot more comfortable in this server. I'm watching a little bit of a delay. If I could get the stream up, Torque, so I can join the live cast, that'd be awesome. But yeah, that was like I've heard you say several times. Try again. Don't give up on that possession, and good things happen.
They certainly do. As Rondog now with the disc, looking for a pass across. Not going to find it initially, but it will get picked up here by Local Peasant. Local Peasant going for the long shot or a pass. Either way, not going to immediately connect the way they want it to, but there's another clear now from the side of Penguins. Bouncing very clearly in the net, but bouncing near the net. But that's a really fast, speedy recovery. But unfortunately, too much style and not enough points, as the lead is still in the half of Immersion, as they are going to rotate back. And that's just going to be a panic clear that is going to somehow make its way over to Penguins and somehow make its way to the back of the net. Oh my goodness, it's Mielis. You're a machine. 8-7.
12, 11, 10, 9.
And we got a close one here. This is and both teams playing good. I hope we keep this close and down to the wire.
Let's see if we can. As there you go. You should be able to see mine. As it is going to be moved upfield now. Local Peasant looking for a grab. No. Yijun going for a clear. No. It's going to be Local Peasant again. It's just a back and forth match, as it is going to get cleared upfield. Now picked up by whom? Well, no one. As it slowly will float around. Finally picked up here by AJ Bart. AJ Bart now over to a Raw Dog. Raw Dog under pressure, gets their pocket pick from its Mielis. Ellis looking for a long clear. It is not going to be a long clear, except a bounce right back into the air, into the sky, into the hands of Rondog, who is just going to slow this one down and pass it for maybe an outlet pass, but that's going to get misread. Oh no! And that's going to get slapped deep into the bubble.
But backline's there to retrieve it, so they'll take it behind Pack. They have two players there ready to greet him, but he goes down to the floor. It must be Local with those good backline moves. He is comfortable with the disc, as is this person, Ellis, who first time I casted him this year got 23 in a game, and he's got one-on-one with the goalie, but a great read by Peasant, who jumps out a little bit, takes that off, and then sends it before he's gets punched, but it's not going to get out. These bounces are not friendly on these clears today.
Ooh.
And a little bit of a
Disco disc.
server issue there, but we
Disco disc is what we call it.
and it's sent back down, and we will see which stat gets there first. Blue goes home. Probably a good decision there. They have a 2-on-1 though if they can get it going quickly, but now they have numbers back. But Peasant puts in a strong nice angle shot from the backboard, and we have a 9-8 game here as Peasant takes the lead for Immersion.
Yeah, strong start from them. I mean, both these teams on each other's servers doing some really great work. But the winner of this match will move on to the grand finals. The loser will move on to the bronze medal match. So this is the semifinals going on, and both these teams want to take home the big old prize. Number one place, first place that is, as that is going to be bouncing up, 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 and unfortunately very away from the hands of Local Peasant, who doesn't have a line open. Everyone did rotate back. Very good stack recovery. The bounce shot across will connect now to BTB Hawk. BTB to the backboard. Is it going to connect? No. It's going to be Iceman Gaming UK with the slap downfield. Now bouncing around that trap area. Picked up quickly by Ellis. Ellis looking for that cross clear. It's going to be a very good clear. Do they have the stack ready for that, though? They do. Do they get the read? No, but they will get the recovery now as Yijun has this disc. Maybe looking for a cut option. It looks like that's exactly what they're going to do, but unfortunately the pass was just a little bit off its mark or just a little bit too late. But that stun will happen, and that will be some phenomenal defense, some offense rather there. As a quick relay play, up, 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 but it's just going to be another slow reset. Great control here. Do they get the recovery? Yes. Great control here. There's a deep pass. There's a weak shot, though, unfortunately, finishing that. But it will get turned around. Will it get picked up and recovered? No, it will get sent out by Immersion. Some phenomenal defense from both these teams when they're on each other's servers. And that very well may, in turn, turn for a shot opportunity. But no, it's going to be Ellis with the clear.
Blue sends it back the other way.
And it doesn't go out, though. It's going to come back into top trench and Immersion. If they can get to it, have a good opportunity. But and a nice job getting the block up there, but unable to chase it down as BT. Local's going to head back over to cross top, but Ellis is going to take it off and push it through, but it hits station. They go right back to him. He puts off a nice shot, but it goes wide off the little high for the goal. A nice bounce off Geo. Makes a tough play for Peasant, but he he gets it out of there calmly, and not a lot of clears making it through that bottleneck in the middle there. Those are tough clears to make. Same thing with the tunnel. It's just been tough for these defenses to get it out and move it up field. They have a possession here for Penguins. It'll be Yijin, takes it off the ceiling. He's going for top clock, but doesn't quite have the bounce angle there as it's cleared out by Immersion. But Penguins is going to be there to chase it down, and they are going to slow it down. They're down by 1 with 5 minutes left, trying to earn themselves a spot in the finals. And they have a one-on-one here against the goalie. The goalie comes all the way out, and that's that steal ping that you were referring to earlier, where the goalie is pretty wise to jump out and try to exploit that when their ping's a little higher.
Yeah, I mean, they need to, because if they do stay in net, then that lag will inevitably lead to a Chicago. But the steal game is certainly strong from Immersion right now, but the defense is strong from both these teams, and that's going to be a clear all the way downfield. The Stacks, well, are not going to get together immediately, so it will get picked up here by Local Peasant under pressure. Now, not getting that disc stolen from playing the juking game, is going to find a nice pass. Do they find control? Yes. This is exactly how you need to play when you're on lower ping. You need to, higher ping rather. You need to find those pass options. Unfortunately, there was no pass options, but there's a nice steal there from Rondog. But that's going to bounce right back, return to sender, and unfortunately, no one quite expected that. So it's going to be a flat bounce off the backboard, or almost flat, as it's going to be recovered here by the side of the Penguins, as that almost bounces in, but it will be helped in. It's Mielis finds the lead, 10-9.
Yeah, I think that was a bounce shot that was going in, but Ellis made sure to cash those points in, at least 2 of them, and they have a lead here. Clock is wearing down, so each of these goals becomes magnified, and both these teams playing really well. So they got to keep it tight here for the last 3 minutes, and we're going to see who's going to go on and play Disgusting in the finals. It's going to be a NA finals or a cross-regional finals here. And a nice punch out by Local, and Local just has this great. He's very good at reflex game and one-on-one game. You'll see the way he jukes. He jukes just enough to give himself room to make a pass, and that's what I like. He doesn't try to get past the defenders. He tries to buy himself time by retreating and trying to find room to get a good pass off. And Immersion's going to attack here. They have it behind the goal, and a shot. Looks like the goalie might have left goal or gotten pulled out, and Local makes him pay. He's dangerous on both ends in this game. 2.5 minutes and a 1-point lead for Immersion.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, this game is just back and forth like crazy. It does seem Immersion obviously is scoring a little bit quicker off the recovery, off the goal recovery, but that's not going to help them. They need the disc in order to have it, but they have plenty of time. So it is going to get recovered by Ellis as Immersion, certainly trusting that rollout, as that is going to be a nice bounce pass deep, but not so much a pass as more a turnover. BTB will pick this one up. Good stun on the back line. Do they stun the Stack? They do. So it is going to be picked up here by Ellis, now sending it right back where it came from. Actually, that's a pass to Westy. Westy now passing to Ellis. Ellis going for a nice hook shot clear, as that is not going to find its way past the defenders, but it will find its way into the hands of BTB. BTB now happy to burn time. 1:42 now on the clock. Bouncing up, bouncing away, but bouncing low. Do they find a Stack? Do they find each other? Well, no, but they do find the disc, as it is going to be Ellis now. 90 seconds on the clock. 11-10, 1-point game. Deep clear, bouncing around, bouncing deep in the bubble. Who's there? Who's the Stack? It very well may be BTB, but BTB, do they find the clear? Yes, they do. A rare, solid clear, as that's going to get picked up here by Yijun. Yijun now goes for the cross pass all the way down. It's going to get picked up, but quickly stolen through. It's low. Who's there to recover? It's going to be a scramble for it. Immersion is all over, but they have no pass options, but they go for the long clear. Bouncing up 60 seconds now. Bouncing on the nest, bouncing nice and high, ready for a three. Will it be immersion? Will it be a shot? Yes, it will, but no, it's not meant to be. 50 seconds now as we are diving into the last minute of play. 47 seconds. The ender is good. Local peasant burning the clock away. 1 point up. They want the grand finals. They want the win, but they won't get it right now because Iceman Gaming UK gets the save. It's free. It's a clear. It's downfield. It's bouncing upfield, though, and bouncing right back into the hands of local peasant. 30 seconds. They need the steal. They need the game. Penguins want to win. They want fame, but it's going to be free, and it's going to be picked up again by blue. Penguins, 20 seconds. Oh, my goodness. Next goal will win, or immersion will win, and that's an ender. That's a block. That's a clear. 12 seconds. Oh, my goodness. Could this come down to a really long three? It very well might, but that's a steal. AJ Bart with the long three. Immersion will take. My goodness, what an end to that game.
Great game, and oof, that's a team is going to be good going into the finals. Immersion really, 11-10 on 24 minutes of play is a stingy match. No goals conceded without some sort of hard work involved, and that's was a great game. That's so much fun.
It was crazy. I mean, you could see the desperation increase throughout that game. Congratulations. 67,000 points for your gambling pleasure were in that match. Congratulations to Immersion. But my, oh my, I mean, what a game. What a game. I can't wait to see the bronze medal match and the finals. But first, we have a coaches discussion. So yes, Mark Ramsey and I will be going away for a very short break, but we do see the updated bracket. So we'll be Miss Frisbee and the Magic Flow School Bus against the Penguins there in the bronze match coming up here in just about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes or so. We'll see. But first, we have the coaches discussion. Huge shout out to all of them. Huge shout out to Torque once again. Well, I guess, are we just going to drag him in?
Yes, we are just going to drag them right in here with us. We've got the coaches panel coming up next. I'm going to go through and get the cams up for everybody, but really exciting games these first two matches, especially that last one. 1 point difference on the after 24 minutes. That is absolutely crazy tight match. So really glad to see that. Let me see. We do have joining us.
You do.
Hold on a second. I need to adjust some cam croppings here so that we can see everybody we are supposed to see.
I got my horns.
What you should also filter by only people with camera on. In the top right, you can do that on Discord. Not you guys, just Torque.
Yeah, I probably should, but I'm not gonna miss it right this second. It's just easier for me to just quickly crop people in. But for the coaches panel this season, we do have the one and only Skittles with us, our resident diamond player from Dissonance, and I'm trying to remember which team you coached. Help me out here.
I'm trying to remember too. Discount Tyro.
Discount Tyro. There we go. And then, of course, Natasha Lohr joining us, who we just saw. I believe we just saw her team playing.
We did.
Just saw them won.
We were screaming in the green room. We were like, "Come on, let's go!"
We had money on this, not real money, but the point thingies.
Channel points.
They were there.
The point thingies. That's what we're going with. We're calling them the point thingies. So it's all good. We'll call them the point thingies. Who's changing cameras on me? Because you changed my cropping when you changed my cameras.
I was giving it one more shot to see if it was going to work, but it did not. So I cannot get my camera to work right now.
That's all right. And that, of course, is Cosmic with us, joining us here on the panel. So let's start in. First of all, I want to be the first person well, not the first person because Luke already said it, but I'm going to say I'm the first person anyway. And why do I have two of Tasha up? I just like Tasha better, I guess.
Cute.
That's why.
I just want to say, for all of the coaches, thank you so much for your participation this season. It really couldn't have gone a lot better from the coaching perspective. But we had a lot of coaches that showed up, the specialist coaches, the team coaches. We even had some opportunities for the coaches to learn from the head coaches, the master tier players. So that was huge opportunities, I think, for everybody all the way around to get a chance to improve their games in one way or another. I know for me, I improve a lot by teaching others. So it really helped me. And well, I don't know if it helped me that much, but it helped me a lot having 3 teams that I was coaching significant amounts of time with, as well as doing the defensive sessions for many teams. But I want to, aside from saying thank you to all the coaches, I want to ask you guys, go around the table. Start with you, Tasha. What's your impression of how this season went?
It was definitely different than last season. Like last season, we had a lot more time. And I actually said to Torque, I can't teach this. I'm a former teacher, and I said I can't teach this entire syllabus in 4 weeks. Like you got to give us 2 extra weeks. But I think there was something good about that too. And Mark may agree with me because Mark was one of my co-coaches, and I felt like the condensed season was nice because we were able to get through all the material. And then it was kind of like, okay, now you guys have to go practice on your own. You guys have to build chemistry. You guys have to, and we were just talking about this in the green room, that like we emphasize too that you've got to go practice by yourselves. I think we got a kitty cat or a doggy on camera for Mark. But yeah, like we had talked about how you got to practice by yourselves. Like so much of this is like we can teach you the basic skills, but if you don't go play, if you don't go run pubs or get together and do some scrims or play Tyro events, like you're not going to end up where you want to be in terms of playability. And so, but I think a lot of these, let me say this really clearly. Every single person who was in the academy, like I can tell they were trying to put in the time and trying to get better at this. So every single one of them is a winner. Doesn't matter who wins this tournament. Every single one of those people are a winner.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tasha's answer.
And just like with any team, I mean, it's more than just getting together and playing Echo. It's managing personalities. It's managing everyone's strengths and weaknesses and balancing that out into a team. It's not an easy thing to do when you're still learning, and I think the teams did a great job with it.
Absolutely.
Skip, what'd you think?
I think it was great. I was not involved last season, so it was good to get a team to coach. And it's interesting when just random people are thrown together, right? Because if you were gonna create a team with VRML, it's a very different experience, right? You make your own team, etc. But in this case, we're kind of just throwing together all of these personalities, and it says a lot that they can figure out how to mesh together. And it's especially considering that for the purposes of equalization, these teams consisted of people on a wide spectrum of abilities coming in and then also learning new things. So that's actually in my opinion, a pretty cool part of the academy and how it allowed people to gain access to not only the coaches, but also being able to play on a regular basis with people who are maybe a little bit better than they are, learning different things. I know that a lot of people on my team helped other people on my team to continue to get better, which is, that's very Tyro-esque, right?
Yeah.
Helping others improve. But I think it's definitely been a nice experience, and kind of like what Tosh said, no matter what the outcome is, the point of this whole thing is that each individual player found something in the past few weeks that has helped them to improve. And I'll be the one to die on the hill, just like Tosh said, that private practice is where you become a good player of Echo. So you can get all the coaching you want in the world, but you got to get in there. You got to get into the arena, and you have to touch the disc. Because we don't think we looked at it for these games, but the amount of time any given person touches the disc during a 30-minute game of Echo is like a minute and a half, right? That's not enough time to get good. You've got to get in there and you've got to, throw the disc 1,000 times and stuff like that. And I'm still talking to everybody who's watching this, who's in the academy or who's not in the academy or who wants to be better at Echo and isn't sure why they're not improving faster. It's screen time, headset time, and in private, get in there, do your thing. And I know all your coaches told you great things to do in the private arena. I know everybody's coaches did that. And if they didn't, we'll chat and we'll get some stuff. Just like Trees says in the chat, get good. Exactly. That's how you get good right there. And I think we can see so much improvement over these past few weeks. And I'm really impressed from everybody.
Cool.
How do you guys find it with, I mean, Tyro is such a microcosm. It's not like VRML. Do you guys find yourselves really know the other teams, the other players? You know, Tyro, people play with each other a lot. Is there a lot of that goes on in coaching, or are you just working on basic skill? Now that I'm hearing about how much we've all learned about coaching, maybe I'll have to pick up one of those roles. But
So-
how much do you guys focus on that? You know, these
Well,
players are so well known amongst each other.
Let me jump in on that real quick before I let the rest of the panel answer. So for those that aren't aware, the way that we set up the Tyro Academy this season, we learned some lessons from season 1, and this season, Tasha just barely scratched the surface on it. We put together a syllabus that all of the coaches got together and figured out these are the foundational skills for Echo. And we tried to break it down to individual skills, okay? Not just shooting, but when to shoot, how to shoot, you know, the proper mechanics of it, how to drill it, things like that. And then we gave the syllabus to all of the team coaches and the specialists and said, this is what you need to train on, right? So while we all had some experience with some of these players from Tyro events, the vast majority of the academy is here to give them an opportunity to improve. Luke said it earlier in the cast. We all wish we had something like this available when we started, because we had to just grind for a year to develop those skills, right? Our goal was to teach them the fundamentals of the game and then let them grow organically as teams, right? That's why during the round robin phase, we didn't allow the coaches in the arena. You can review with them, you can talk strategy with them, but at that point, we've taught them the foundation. Now it's time for you guys to come together as a team, develop that chemistry, learn from each other, and learn how to scout your opponents, how to watch what other people are doing well and what they're not, and develop strategies around that. Tasha?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, so I've coached both. I've been a team coach both seasons, and both seasons we've had players start to go form teams, and they don't necessarily take their academy teams and go form teams for VRML. They have people that they've been scrimming that they felt like they had chemistry with, and so you'll have someone who you'll have a VRML team that has players from team A, B, and C, or they've joined more established teams. We've had. Within the Tyro community. So they may go join a bronze or a silver team because they've gained enough skills, or even gold. We had some players join gold teams last season. So there's tons of cross pollination across the, and I think if you're looking to put a team together for VRML next season and any of these people are available, this is a good time to approach them and say, hey, want to be my teammate? So
Skittles?
I mean, that's it's kind of strange to say, but I do feel like the academy has almost been like a little mini funnel into for people who were not in VRML already. It's been a tiny or comp play. We don't have to talk about one specific league, but it's been this little funnel where it's okay, well, let's just get you fundamentally ready, and then you go in there. I mean, I had some people, I'm thinking of one player in particular on my team who is in the chat, at least he was earlier, who felt like he was not ready to be on a VRML team. He said it he was like, oh yeah, I couldn't do that. And of course, if you guys know my story, I started VRML 2 weeks into playing Echo. We were horrific. Torque knows.
Apocalypse for life.
Forever. Let's go. But the idea that you had to be a certain, you have to be right here before you can jump in. What? No. Get in there. Get your feet wet. Get your head wet too. Just put the whole body in the water. And that, I think, even though this is very different than normal comp play, I think it prepared a lot of people to kind of say, oh, well, this is what it's like to have a team and play other teams. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. I could get down with this. This is cool. I want to be a part of this more often. And then, like Tosh said, we've had so many teams created from Academy members, like a lot, which is great because then we just keep building all of the Tyro fam teams. But how cool is it to say that we're getting people who maybe have been a little afraid to jump into the competitive gameplay? This is almost like, hey, we'll teach you a little bit, you get out there, and then you feel a whole lot more comfortable going into that whole comp world. So that's part of this that I've really enjoyed.
Mark?
Yeah, and with like what Skittles is saying, they come out like a prepackaged Vermal player. Like, I mean, this person can come out of the academy and go straight into Vermal and have success. And unlike how a lot of us did it, where we start and just put ourselves out there and then get beat, and then you get a little bit better, and then the silver teams come pound on you, and then you figure that out, and then you get up to silver, and then the gold teams come and pound you, and then you're figuring out every little thing that they're doing differently. Like, the academy covers all that. That covers all the stuff that you learn as you go up step by step. So these people can literally come out and then just use their actual skill of the game to reach their potential because they have the knowledge. Like, we can't teach people a lot of this hand-eye stuff. We can't teach people how good at video games they are, but we can teach them the knowledge of how to play, and then they could skip several levels of Vermal because they come out of the academy really like ready to roll. And I see a lot of these players that are just like gonna be formidable players in Vermal. So that's satisfying for sure.
And I think the one thing that I want to add on top of what the other three have said is, I know Skittles talked about that funnel into competitive play. And yes, absolutely, Academy. We have seen a lot of Academy players move in much higher than Skittles and I ever did when we first started. Much faster than we got there as well. But I think the one thing that I get more out of the Academy in the last 2 seasons than, I don't necessarily care if you want to play competitive, but just as Tyro has saved a lot of VR players that were about to quit on Echo because of how toxic the public aspects are, I think the Academy takes that one step further and gives those players a little bit more confidence, a little bit more practice, so that when they are in, even just in Tyro community events, they're more confident with their game and they don't feel like they're a burden. They don't feel like they're holding their team back and want to quit the game. Because let's face it, Echo is the best sport in VR. Period. End of story. Can't argue it. And getting to see people, what we're doing with the Tyro community and the Academy as a part of that, it fills my heart with joy. It's a cheesy way of saying it, but it really does, to see that we're preventing people that are really great people to be around and develop those friendships and camaraderie with, to see them not give up on such an amazing sport.
Well, thank you, Torque. I appreciate you saying that I'm really great people to be around. I'm assuming you were referring to me.
Referring to Cosmic. Cosmic Cosby. Cosmic
I refuse to call you by your new name. I refuse.
I think another big advantage, though, that you're talking about, too, is through an academy like this. Like, one of the most frustrating things of VRML is when you first start out that low bronze tier is you're going to forfeit, like, most of your games. Even just organizing, like, at that level, if you can, like, skip ahead after your first few games and try to at least get into silver, I think it ends a lot of frustration that turns a lot of people off. You know, we formed a team here in the last 4 weeks just to kind of jump in at the end, and we made it to gold, but through half forfeits. So, you know, and I know, you want to be VRML, you want to be competitive, and yet, down at that low level, if you can just skip that, you're definitely skipping a lot of frustration.
So do I got to be the one that tell them that forfeits don't stop once you hit gold? we had teams forfeit on us. I mean,
you guys had like 4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, we had, I think, 5. Yeah. Only.
Well, I'll tell you when you get up there to Diamond. We had 1 forfeit. That was it.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to forfeit.
It gets better as you go. We had half our games forfeit.
So I want to close this out. I got 2 things left. One final question for everybody, and It's an easy question to ask, and it may be a harder question to answer. But what's next? As a coach, as a player, what are you going to do next? Are you going to continue to coach? Are you going to kind of coach the academy next season? What do you want to do next, Tasha?
Uh, I think I may not do team coaching just because I'm a little tired, but a lot. But I'm always like I started doing like beginners basic sessions like 2 months into being in Tyro. So I've always wanted, and then I've joined like the people who I've coached have become my teammates, and that's happened again for me. I've joined Ecolition's VREL team, and we talked about me being like a rostered sub for their season 7 of VRML. So I don't know. Like I'm always willing to help people out. Like if you're like, oh, we want someone like we're playing in bronze and we want someone to come in and just look at our gameplay, I'm usually willing to have you hit me up and teach you what I know. Especially with casting now, we spend a lot of time analyzing this game. I'm so you have insight that maybe you don't play at that level, but like you can certainly provide insight to other people. So yeah.
Skit?
Well, personally, I'm always getting better, although hitting that diamond range is probably the end of the top for me. Just gonna put that out there. So that felt good. But I am probably going to move more into a specific type coaching. I'm already going to be coaching a new team that is in creation, being created right now. And I really do enjoy coaching from that type of perspective, going into scrims and watching the team, and then giving them play-by-play type coaching. That's something that I do really enjoy. So that is probably where you'll catch me most. And just like Tosh said, if there are teams that ever want someone to pop in on one of their games and would like someone to sit in the tunnel and watch and just kind of take a perspective from within the team, so to speak, that's something. If I have free time, you can definitely let me know when you're doing that, and I can pop into one of your games and just kind of see what I can see from my perspective, after 20 some months of playing this game, how I can possibly give you some advice that might help your team out. So that's probably the type of coaching I'm looking for in the future. Definitely.
Cool. Mark?
Well, I'm going to continue with Spatial Confusion season 7. That's the team I captain. We kept everybody the same. We lost Kuchi and we replaced him season 7 with Corny Witch. So it's me, Corny Mango Spike, and why am I not Wooblin and Quack? And so
live later. Anyway.
You just cut that out. Edit that. Edit my silence out.
Oh no, I'm clipping that, Mark.
Oh, it's not.
I clip that.
Clip it.
So that's my main focus. We have we also have the Spatial Collective, which is our server that we branched out from our Vermal team. That is kind of meant to be just kind of a place where everybody can bring their ideas and we can do games that are crazy or new formats of play. We have sweaty nights every weekly. It's trying to form a venue that people can come in and find good competitive opportunities. The thing that I know just being around here is there's a lot of pods of players, and you get people find people that they like and they want to play with them and they get on at the same time. And then so there's a lot of these pods of players that I want to kind of bring together and have a place for people to come and meet up. So that's kind of my main focus. Just like Tasha and Skittles said, pretty much most of us, if you come to us and ask us to help, we can't say no. So we will definitely help. I'll definitely jump in if anybody needs any help, whether it's how to start a team, how to get that team off the ground, how to bring it from being stagnant and improving it. So that's where you'll find me. So if definitely join that community if you want to jump into some competitive play, meet some people, and find out who you want to play with next.
Cool. Yeah, everybody already knows what I'm doing next, so I'm just gonna skip that over that. And going to close this out so we can get started into the bronze match. But I want to thank all of the coaches again, especially the ones here on the panel tonight. Appreciate your time. I don't know if Luke had already told you the surprise.
I did not.
Then I will let Luke tell you, since you two
No,
were
you got it. You got it.
You got it, Torque.
Okay, so the team captains from the coaches match, Tasha and Skittles. Skittles in particular, you need to get together with your team and decide which charity you'd like to donate the money that was raised by the Academy players to. I believe they raised more than $400 to go to the winning team's charity. So figure that out and let Luke and the admins know so that they can make that donation for you.
Awesome. Let's go.
Yeah, and it ended up being 560 Canadian dollars. So huge shout out to them.
Nice.
Whoop, whoop.
But that's
Good
all
job,
Iceman
guys.
Gaming's UK's idea. So much love to you, my dude.
Fantastic. Great idea, guys.
Yeah.
So,
I-
done.
sorry,
So now I
Tosh.
know what to
Maybe you
do.
would have played harder if you'd known there was an incentive.
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
know.
So here's the deal. When you sleep in the same bed as an Academy player, you might know things before they happen.
That may be true too.
Because he had to make his own PayPal. So, yeah. So I was aware. But I bet if I said to Skittles, hey, maybe these are cool charities, she might pass that along to her team.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, you know.
I'd like to recommend CosmicCausiesDrinkingFund.org.
Sadly, no.
It did- it
It's
did-
like
does-
a
it-
Ponzi scheme to
It
me.
is a little bit sketchy. But no, but on a serious note, it does ideally have to be selected from charitynavigator.org and have the same ratings as we did for the Charity Cup.
Yep. Makes sense.
I don't,
So-
I don't think I qualify.
I am
Put it up there.
hoping
He has
You
like
can
half
get
a star.
verified.
I am hoping that all of the
admin
coaches
does.
are watching the stream right now on Twitch. Please say yes.
Yes, all the coaches are. I'm omniscient, and I know that every coach is watching.
All of them are there.
Awesome. Because we're going to close out this segment and you won't hear from us for about 1 minute and 15 seconds while we play a short video that the Academy
Another
players
surprise.
put together on their own for the coaches just to say what they have to say. So take a look at this.
Ad. No, an ad. Wait.
Hi guys, I have Horace here.
Team immersion.
Mrs. Frisbee and the Magic School Bus.
It's us from the Penguins.
Infinitas, Tyro coaches, we are so thankful for all that you guys have done for us, for teaching us.
You've really made us a better team and made the experience a lot more enjoyable in the process.
We just want to thank our coaches for everything that you've done for us. TGI taught me, yeah.
Natasha, yes, Mark Ramsey.
El Catrin,
It's Mitch.
Thank you so much, Ryden.
9,
Martini for his one session.
Time Lord.
Lolly Beef.
We have all had such a blast being a part of the Academy as students to the Masters.
We love you. Thanks.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Did I say thank you?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think I'm pretty much ready for Vermal after this.
Here's to season 3.
And we are back, or we will be back in just one moment. I'm going to ask our casters for the bronze match to come back into the conversation with us. I believe that is Tasha, Skittles, and Cosmic, I believe. So I'm going to come back and ask you guys to talk a little bit while I get everything set up about what you're thinking for this match. What are you looking for? This is let me bring the bracket up. This is the bronze match, so it's Miss Frisbee and the Magic School Bus versus Penguins. So, what do you think?
Cut out.
No, it didn't cut out. I forgot to unmute you guys.
Thought that might be the case.
Sorry about that, chat. But now you should be able to hear our casters talking about what they think this match is going to look like.
Okay, so what I was thinking I just said before. My question is this yeah, this is what I thought. 3 and 4. Okay, very interesting. So we have seeds 3 and 4 playing in this bronze match. I do think that it's gonna honestly just depend on who can, bring the heat. We saw that Penguins had a little bit of trouble in their last game in the first round when they were on NA, but definitely came back a lot better on the other side. So from the other perspective, I think Miss Frisbee's going to have to throw down some points in the NA round. And also, like we talked about before, things are closer than they appear in EU, so getting rid of the disc faster. And I think Torque talked a little bit about the EU needed strategy. But I'm just hoping for a good game. I want to see another game like the last one we just saw. Something to the final second. And hopefully this bronze match is gonna give that to us.
When I coached immersion and Hodor was there from Magic School Bus, I like made a joke that objects or Europeans in the mirror are closer than they appear. So I told them even on our side, like even when you're in an NA server, you got to make sure you don't let them get too close because ping lies to you. They're closer than you think. And so it'll depend on like we had some real nail biters when my team was just playing Penguins and like local was juking around and I'm like, oh gosh, get it out, get it out, get it out. They're going to get it. Because if they're close, they can get it, So it'll just depend on it'll just depend on we saw a little bit of floating last match from both sides. So
less floating.
And I think if Penguins chooses to float this round, I think the stack with Hodor and Ghost will punish them for it. So I don't think you will have, as long as they can keep that stack together. Like they've got to make some really smart choices and choose to play the game of the people they're facing, not necessarily the game they want to play.
For the Penguins, they did pretty well considering against immersion. Battlehawk and Average are not lower level players, and they kept it pretty tight and close. So I was surprised. And yeah, I think though that Ghost is obviously a really good player, and so this might be a little bit tougher match. I don't know if Kurt's going to be playing or not, but he's definitely a competitor. But they played pretty well. So if they can get those stacks and the ping from being across the ocean doesn't kill him, or maybe it gives him an advantage. I'm not sure how that worked out for them last time exactly, but it should be an interesting match. But I think Miss Frisbee, just as far as like I can see from talent, might have a bit of an edge here.
We're about to find out.
Yeah, it'll really come down to how they play. I know several teams came into the finals with not necessarily their most common like rotation in terms of players, and I know Ms. Frisbee is one of those that they've got a player out that played a lot of the season. So it'll just depend on kind of how you compensate for that in a lot of ways.
All right. Well, while we're waiting, I'm in the arena. Let me make sure that I get this Spark link shared with everybody, and so that the casters can see what they need to see. But in the meantime, everybody polish up their Tyro trivia because it's time for another giveaway. So let's see. Whoever wins this, you're not going to give it away, right? I mean, you actually want the giveaway, right?
I think the last person wanted the giveaway. They just happen to have one already.
All right. Well,
if you already have this, don't participate.
So
yeah, there you go.
For those that don't know, this giveaway is going to be for one of our remaining Tyro Fam jerseys. We have 2 left, and there it is. Unfortunately, both of them are size large, so if you're a smaller person, it's just going to be baggy on you. Sorry. Can't help it. It's what we've got left from land. So we're going to be giving away one of those, and all you have to do is answer this question correctly. Who coached the Academy Season 1 Finals teams? Both teams.
I know this.
Me too.
Casters eligible?
And We already have a correct answer from Chuckles. The answer is Natasha Lore and Martini. So, Chuck, actually, I think I have yours from sending you your trophy from season 1. But yes, that is the correct answer. Those two coaches put together some impressive teams and played a great finals match for us at the end of season 1. So, yeah, particularly hats off to Uvadal because they came back at the beginning of the Academy season 1. I don't think anybody thought they would be in the finals, but they definitely came back hard charging and impressed a lot of people. So great job, Chuck, and great job to both of those teams. Looks like they're still waiting to get everybody into the arena.
Everybody. We had to swim all the way over to the other side of the ocean to grab a couple folks, and then, come on back.
I'm just trying to ping them here in Discord to get them, make sure they all know that there's...
If you have not heard this yet, this is your reminder to download Spark Mini to your phone so that you no longer need to be invited to anything, but you can grab Spark links and boom, get in there. If you need any help with that, let us know. I know there are a couple of videos on how to do that. I have been trying to get one of my teammates to download Spark Mini for months, and he keeps refusing. And one day we are going to just never invite him, and he is going to be just stay there alone until he downloads it. But Spark Mini is amazing. If you're having any issues with it, I think there's quite a few different videos about it. I have those somewhere. I can find it. I've posted it before in Tyro. So I believe if you just go into the Tyro server and you search Spark Mini, I'm not talking about you, but now I'm talking about you, Mark. If you don't have it, go get it right now.
Mark's got to worry about getting audio on his headset first before he worries about Spark Mini.
Mark, I'm bringing you with me this time. We're gonna have we've got a team in finals like round 2. I've got a team in finals round 2, and now you're with me because they're your team too. And Lolly.
Right.
I think this round's going to be really interesting. I don't think a lot of the people in chat realize it, but Penguins' opponents in that last match had Rondog on their side. And for those that don't realize, Rondog plays from the Pacific Islands. I won't say specifically where, but
he's not there right now.
He is not there right now. Okay. So,
no.
Yeah. Immersion has a player that is still on the extremes of the U.S. side, away from EU. So I'm sure his ping played havoc not only for the EU folks in that last match, but for his own team. It'll be very interesting to see how these two teams stack up against each other. I think Penguins has shown in their last several matches that they're starting to adapt their play away from what we would consider typical EU meta of just clear and chase and try and stack everywhere to slowing the game down and trying to control the number of possessions and the number of shots on goal. And it's worked for them quite well. I think they won their last 3 games before the finals, as well as now almost winning their first round match in the finals this time. So yeah, I'm curious to see if Magic School Bus can adapt to this ping as well as we've already seen Penguins do.
I wanted to say too, it looks like we have 63 people watching, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming out and supporting these players. Like sometimes Echo can be focused on who is the best in like the world. And these players have all worked incredibly hard. Like I've spent 2 seasons coaching academy players. I've spent longer than that coaching new players in Echo, just out of Tyro doing those beginners basic sessions. And I'm really pleased to see our community come out and support players of all levels, because I think that that's really important to continue to have a good community where we have fun together, where those players can join into a midweek madness and have just as much fun as somebody who's been playing for 5 years. You know, like, I think that's important, and I think that's really core to Tyro, and that's why we here at VRBN, we're so invested in continuing to support Tyro. So, like, we're just grateful for all of the support and the kindness and the devotion of everybody to supporting these teams.
I also would like to make an interesting point that I thought about earlier, in that any of you that have been around Tyro for a good little bit probably realized that a little bit before we started the academy, one of the things that was happening within Tyro was that there was a gap kind of being created with skill level. And what that caused is that there were a lot of newer players that popped in that were struggling to play in the arena with some of our, maybe higher level players. And it was kind of a frustrating thing for all parties involved. And then what was cool is, as soon as the academy happened, we started noticing that all of the Tyro games, everybody seemed to be working a whole lot better. Even though there's still gaps, it's like everybody kind of knows their mindset is ready, which is absolutely amazing. And another reason I love the academy. But it looks like we're about to get this bad boy started. Fantastic.
So I will turn it over to you, Tasha.
Let's do this. We're waiting for launch, and here it goes. And Ms. Frisbee takes it, chucks it forward, looking to see if one of his teammates can get a hand on it. Eugene gets there first, and tosses out to one of his teammates, who goes for the clear, but it bounces back over into trap. Ellis manages to get it. He jukes around Ghost, but they do have a goalie, so there's not an open goal. Ellis gets stunned out. And it's going back to Ellis. They're trying really hard to break this bubble, but they've got 2 up there. Oh, and they did send out Rael, so it did go in for 3 points. Let's do this. Here we go.
And here we see the EU team coming out strong. There was a lot of back and forth right there. Just a really nicely timed positioning on the teammates' side, which was absolutely beautiful for being able to get there, stun the goalie out, and allow that 3 to come in. So I guess we'll check out and see what the school bus is gonna bring to the table. We see Ghost kind of floating here a little bit, getting chased after by Tucker, who's almost there. He's gonna a nice shot across, but unfortunately was not connected. Looks like our Penguins are going to take it back, but with a quick swap over and an unfortunate bounce off the floor, Orange team's going to take it back, trying to get those out, which is so important. Accuracy of clears is just such a huge part of the game. Ellis is going to take this and see whether he can get it out. Sure, as Trees would call it, a selfie off the side of the wall there. They're kind of bunched up together, but as they figure it out, they're pulling apart, and it looks like going to take a nice little shot, but unfortunately Tucker wasn't paying attention, and another selfie, almost getting it in, and almost grabbing the backside of the goal. Looks like there might be a little contesting over here in the corner as we switch on back over to the blue side, and back to, there's a lot of changes of the hands of this disc, but Ellis is maybe going to try and slow it down a little bit and see if they can bring it in, taking shots. Oh, unfortunately though, Frail grabs it and pulls it back in. 2 more points forward.
12, 11, 10, 9. You want to jump in here, Cosmic, or do you want me to take it away?
No, I was just going to say it was interesting to see the Bronze team kind of doing a cloud play right out of the box. It was kind of interesting. It's nice to see, rather than just the kind of the launch down the tubes. You can see that there's been some coaching going on. It's not pub play for Bronze teams.
No, not at all. So Ms. Frisbee is working it up. It looks like it was supposed to be passed over to Hodor, but it doesn't quite connect. Wetsy's able to get there before Hodor can. He clears it out and down. We're waiting to see who can get there first. Looks like the EU team gets there first, tosses it down, but it's going to go right into the hands of Kurt, my partner, my friend in stunning people out. Passes it down to Freyel. Freyel floating forward, looking to see if she's about to get, and she does get stunned out, sadly. Tossing it down, back into the bubble. Let's see who can get there first. I think Blue's going to get this. They just need to slow it down. We talked about this a lot. Just slow it down, especially when you're facing a ping disadvantage or a ping advantage even. Because wild clears are gonna mess you up every time. So we've got It's Me Ellis going for the shot. Frail looked to stop it, but didn't quite get there. I do like her outfit though. That cat skin is great. I think it's a wolf skin, but I like it as a cat skin.
And we'll get one singular out there just for you, Con, if you're listening. Let's take a look and see what blue team's gonna be able to bring to the table. Go for it.
They are slowing it out. They got Kurt in there, which is good. Got a nice movement around, but a little bit scuffed on the pass. Pick up by Hodor. I think that was onto someone's helmet. And a launch to nowhere and top trap. It is floating. I think we're seeing kind of what we saw last time. Not a lot of stacks. It's very loose and open. And it's just gonna... Oh! A shot that's a little low. I think they need to... That's good. Slow it down just a little bit. And another just long clear. Just gonna come down to who's got the stacks. And Ellis is picking it up. And another long clear, but that is not going to be through. Picks it up with Ghost. I think Ghost, a little bit of a pump fake. Right off the Ghost. Attempted pass to Shield. Not quite picked up. And Hodor passing across, but it's intercepted by Ellis, who's going to clear it long. Another long clear. Kind of a hope. And it looks like Ghost might pick this up. And he kind of drops it down into... Oh, nice stun there. Ellis is going to be on Cloud. He's going to move it back. He's slowing it down a little bit. Probably a good move at this point. Doesn't have a lot of pressure. Nice try to pass off to Pack. And it is picked up. Brought to boot. He's going to have a nice little shot at it, but drops it. Kurt picks it up, launches it long, and it's going to be floating in mid. And an attempted mail slot just off to the left a little bit. Nice slap out of the bubble. Picked up by Wesley. And launched deep. This is going to be a chance. They're going to have a really good look at this. There's no one in goal. Oh, Ellis is going to go for and just kind of put it right through. That goal was completely open, undefended. That was getting back a little bit.
I was trying to get back there, but it was a late get home, and she was really working there. I could see it. I pull like that all the time, where I'm trying to reposition myself, and instead I pull up. It's so rough. Yes.
Alright. So that was a very long back and forth. A lot happened in that section right there. So I think what we're seeing is our team trying to get a little warmed up, and there we go. Taking that shot fade away. Fantastic. 2 points.
They're in it. They needed that for that
9-2.
momentum.
And I agree. That's the thing. Like sometimes a 9-0 is not the end in a 24-minute, type thing. It's not. But this is going to give them hopefully some momentum. Well, hopefully we'll see if they'll come out guns a-blazing, as they say, and see what happens.
Oh.
All right, so nice little slap there down to the floor. It looks like there could be some discrepancies with the comms here. One of the things that I always say when it comes to dribbling, and sometimes people miscommunicate this, is be careful with how long you wait to dribble. If you wait too long, one or the two of you are going to be stunned, and then the dribble doesn't work anymore. So definitely take the chance when you have it. There is all right, and that is it. That's what we just said, right?
Yeah.
There's the momentum that the blue team needed in order to get themselves back together. And sometimes you just feel a little bit stronger when you're on defense versus offense. And if you can just get on the you just get onto the defense, you're gonna really change how you feel about yourself, especially getting that 0 off the board, maybe even creating some bad passes and stuff from the other team feeling a little bit unsure. So we'll see.
So we've got right now we're kind of chasing it. Ellis has got it, looking floating upwards. Hodor goes to get him. He passes it over to Yijun.
Nice.
And,
Yijin.
Yijin, thank you. Forks got me. Yijin was holding it there. They have time at this point, so it's their game to lose at this point. Ellis and Ghost going for it there. Ellis slaps it down, and now it's just a matter of if they can get it out and get it in. Yijin passes it down over to. Looks like it was meant to connect with Ellis, and it does eventually. But Kurt is also there doing what he does, doing what my favorite thing to do in this game is, starting someone out.
That was a brawl.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I'm noticing too. Watch out for those clumps, right?
Yeah.
Nice stun by Ghost.
Yeah.
And another nice stun by Ghost.
There.
3 people going for the disc. You see that? That's one of the things that I want to see. I want to see them changing that up. I want to see them spacing out. I want to see both teams not only going for disc, but also at the exact same time thinking about how to get to the perfect position for an incoming pass.
Yeah. Absolutely. And hopefully Blue has some stacks coming in here pretty soon here, because Orange was able to recover it. Let's see if they can get it out of their side.
Right. They're controlling
It's
it. That was good.
Yeah, it's passed up to It's Me Ellis. Ellis goes for the clear, but it doesn't quite make it. So Blue is able to grab it, passes it up. They don't have anybody down there, so it does go to the goalie. And the goalie goes for the clear right into the hands of Blue. Blue throws it forward up to Ghost, and Ghost puts in 2 more points.
Nice shot. I thought he was going to actually go for that goal, but it was a nice pass to post instead. Good move.
You see what 2 points can do for you? They are currently on a 6-point uncontested run right now. They are only 3 points away from tying up the once 9-0 game. Nothing like feeling good about yourself being able to get those first points on the board.
And that's up Yejun. Grabbing the disc. I've already forgotten the name too. Say
it again, Torque. Help us.
Picked up by
Yijin.
Yijin. Thank you.
Just like Raijin, except with a yai.
Y. Yeah.
Trap. Ellis picks it up. It's a bit of a brawl and trap. It's down in trench. Looks like Ghost is gonna pick that up. And nope, not out. Snapping it back into the middle. And it looks like Ellis has got it. And he's gonna do a clear, not a pass. Again, kind of floating. Oh, a nice little slap all the way down into the bubble. And who's gonna stack to it? It's gonna be Orange. And it's me, Ellis, taking his time. Goalie staying in goal. At that point, I think when someone's back clear, you might want to start looking for your stack partner. But maybe not, because it's coming back. And nice shot by Ghost.
8 uncontested points from the Frisbee team.
All of a sudden, we got a game.
Yeah, they're holding this down. They must have figured out their chemistry. There are 12 more seconds on the board, so if they can hold this, they will go into round 2 with a 1-point difference. So it'll be really interesting to see. Both these teams have worked incredibly hard. So let's just see who can hold this. Round 1 is now over. There we go.
Wow. Man.
Super
that was
tight.
Definitely a different. It felt like 2 different games.
Yeah, it did.
It felt like 2 definitely different games, and that's really interesting. And I'm very curious to see what's going to happen when we switch servers, because we saw that we're on the NA server, and the EU team comes out, just coming in there, shooting down 9 points, boom, 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 done. And then something turned on for our NA team on their own servers. So I definitely think when we swap over, because if you remember from the last game, we saw a huge difference in I don't know, comfortability, I guess you can say, from Penguins once they got onto their own servers. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see what comes in the first couple minutes of this second round. See if they can kind of get back that feeling that they had at the first 4 minutes of this game, because they came out blazing. And I definitely think we're going to see that same exact energy at the beginning of round 2 from Penguins.
Yeah, I know we spoke with Martini just before the coaches panel, and he had worked with Frisbee before this, like during this week. And I also want to shout out Chuckles and Courtney, because they also helped coach this team, and I believe Humongous Chungus. But I think we saw them kind of figure out more of that rhythm with their launches, and that has helped them. And then in that last play there, we saw them setting up in the bubble. So they were all on like different points. So that made it easier to convert a play when you're attacking that bubble. So it'll be interesting to see if Miss Frisbee can continue that momentum, or if once we get on EU servers, you know, what's the name of the other team? I'm so sorry. My brain just stopped. Penguins. Penguins is able to bring it back together, and really they have shown that they can come out really strong in that second round. So it still is very much anybody's game. We've had a lot of good close games today. It's been super fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a runaway, but you can't really discount that kind of gelling of a team, and it happens all the time. You got to settle in, get going, and just that first goal can give you that confidence boost that you really need. And we totally saw that from it's such a weird name for the
Frisbee.
Miss
That's what they'll
Frisbee.
forever be. Miss Frisbee and the Magic School Bus or something like that.
Right, but I think ZSM in the chat is talking about the ping and how you have to keep it slow. And I think really, yeah, in these kind of across the ocean games, you have to really account for that and make sure that you are taking your time and not trying to rush things, because that disc can just get out in front of you before you know it. So it'll be interesting to see. Disc control is going to be more important than ever in this type of game.
Absolutely.
I definitely agree. And I think that I'm like I mentioned before, how awesome is it for us to get another game that's only 1 point away from each other, right? How hype is that? But definitely excited to see what is in store for this next one. Looks like we are switching over to the new server. Yay! Exciting.
Where the heck is that link? There we go.
Do we have the link for that?
Yeah, I just posted. I think. Oh no.
It's coming, Tasha. It's coming.
I also have a little crown, Carl. I just am
Oh.
not wearing it. You can't see it. I forgot that I'm not on stream. You can't actually see it. Or can you see it right now?
You are on screen.
Oh, whoops.
On
I
right
do
now.
have a little crown. I bought these on Etsy, so
It fits
yeah.
perfectly
What's it
between
for,
those
though?
forms.
That's like
Yeah.
very Game of Thrones, though. Like, I'm just gonna
This
throw
one,
that
I
out
know
there.
it is very Game of Thrones. I don't know. I just think I deserved a crown. Let's be
was
honest.
thinking more like,
I think that whatever you want, you deserve. My best friend.
you.
You're awesome.
And then I like the horns, because my favorite emoji is the imp smile, like that purple imp with the horns, and so now I get to be it in real life.
You need to look. I need you to look at the chat in Twitch right now, because it's overtly hilarious.
Are those a bunch of cocaine bags? Where?
It's your dog's bed.
Oh, it's my dog's bed, baby. She was in here earlier, but she started yelling, and so she had to leave.
They got a point. That does look very sus.
No, it's a dog's bed.
That's
I'm not giving him
hilarious.
to you.
That's I mean, like that. This man has been on too many drugs from the hospital. That's where we're at now. That everything looks like cocaine.
I mean, my dog's name is Isabel, after Isabel from Animal
We're
Crossing,
going. We're
so maybe
going. We are here.
stuff. I don't know. Here we go.
The game has started without us.
Yeah, I barely. So here we go.
I don't have the stream. I was watching it in the Discord, so
Oh, I have two open. So
I'm delayed. If I'm watching the
can
Twitch.
start casting.
There
Here we
we
go.
I got it.
Yes, it's slapped out by the blue team, which is now the NA team. I think we've switched colors, possibly. I can't remember. Wetsy's holding it, waiting for his teammates to set up and bubble. Tosses it over to Ellis, moves up, but Hodor goes for the stun. And Ghost is there to slap it out. It looks like it's going to make it all the way to the other side. Well, I lied. Hodor grabs it. He's got the penguins coming in on him, and then Freyo goes for it, but it gets not twice. Not twice. Take it, get it in.
Welcome to Slapstick Theater with
Who can go
us
through
and
shield, but
Ekorina.
this cannot. That is still part of the game.
Two times, everybody. That was fantastic. I'm glad we got it on film.
Me too.
Enjoy that. Well, at least they're trying to take it out fast, and let's see if the orange team can clap right back and say, no, we're on our own territory. We've got the ping advantage. We're gonna bring this right back. now that it's the 1-point game the other direction, looks like they're at least making some decent passes. If they can just get separated and, get the comms going, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Nice pass
They
backwards.
not reset score? Because I'm seeing it's 9-10.
No, they didn't.
No, we don't reset
roll
score.
over.
They roll over in the academy.
Oh, excellent.
All right,
Just
and
catch
2
it up,
points
I guess.
on the board. Now we are going back and forth. How absolutely awesome is that? It was 8-9, then 9-10, and then now 10-11. Is a fantastically close game, and we'll see if our blue team over here doing that nice cloud play, which we talked about a little bit earlier. Ooh, fancy! Hodor, get rid of the disc. Let's go!
No, don't hold it. No.
And the ping will get you every time. Ellis takes that and tosses it back down to the other side of the field. And let's see, it's a race. It's a race to whoever's going to be able to move their bodies down there. We don't see a lot of stacks going on. I actually see no stacks in the arena right now.
Nice
which
grab.
is
He held on to it too long.
very interesting. And nice little clear to the other side. Once again, the importance of clear and chase is that clear is followed by chase. And when it is, boy, does it look pretty. I think we're going to have a 1v1 right here. And Ghost flings that in. Beautiful, too, for the repeat. Now we're back to 11-12. Fantastically close game.
Let's see who can hold this or if anybody can break away. No, I think it applies for both teams. Opponents in the mirror are closer than they appear. You cannot hold that disc if you've got an opponent close.
Yeah, especially on these distance games like this.
Hyjin sends it through tunnel, but it gets it gets to Westy, but Westy gets stunned out, and it gets then this Frisbee takes it, and then it turns over again. I can't have one team keep this disc for very long.
Fantastic.
Yijin is there first, but now he's still chasing it. Ghost grabs him, stuns him out, sends it forward. They did have a stack, but it looks like the stack broke up. Stack's getting back together possibly. I think Orange may get down there first. We're going to see. Yep, Orange gets there first. Sends it down to Nest. It's me, Ellis. Ellis goes for the clear through tunnel. But it hits Geo and starts bouncing right back. Freya's got it. She tosses it forward upwards toward Ghost. But it doesn't quite connect. Ghost stuns out the goalie and is chasing. And then stuns out someone else and goes for the slap in. But Yijin gets it first. We're having a lot of back and forth here. Hodor goes for the shot, it looks like, but there is a sitting goalie, so that would have been a difficult one to get in there. Hodor gets stunned out by Ellis, and then Ellis is able to make the clear. It clears all the way down into Blue's bubble. Well, it bounces off post as it kisses Blue's bubble. It looks like Kurt Beatty will get there, Freya will get there first, but and then gets sent out, and Ellis will put it in for 3.
Nice underhand. This is the first 3 that we've seen in this round.
That's also something we talked about. Like, if you're going home, if you're the first stack home, your better bet is to cover goal and not disc chase. Let the stack coming in behind you go for that disc.
Yep.
All right, so Kurt's picking it up out of the 2, passing off the Ghost. He's head down the right side. He's got a stack coming for him, though. Good launch off. Oh, just a miss pass. Didn't quite connect. Westy is probably going to pick that up. Nice pass to Bowtie, and just a loose launch, but it hits Geo, and it's going to come to Ellis. Bounce right into his hand. There is a goalie. He's got a tail. He's going to need to... well, just kind of an underhand shot and just puts it right under the feet of the goalie.
11, 10, 9. I think very much like we were thinking of before. I want to see if School Bus can kind of get that momentum back from previous, because it does definitely seem as though Penguins are finally seeing the fruitage of being on their own server right now, taking that 4-point lead, our first non-replied to set of points. So we'll see what Blue Team can do to come back. A couple of missed throws right here. Mostly, I would love to see them kind of pulling it back out, maybe not approaching the bubble as quickly. That patience play can be such a good way to kind of get your mind back, get your laurels back. But here in come the two and a shot. 2 more points.
No, I think they definitely benefit from doing a reset and slowing it down. That's something I emphasize a lot with immersion is like resets can save your life. Resets are not about like, I think sometimes we get in our headspace that if we're not going forward, we're losing. No. Yep. Tossing that back to your goalie or whoever stays back on your team and then letting the other players set up a play is so crucial. So crucial. And so we've got, looks like we're chasing it. Hodor might get there first. Nope, Ellis gets there first and tosses it all the way down, bouncing into Blue's bubble. And the backstack will be there to put it in, and Westy puts 2 more points on the board for Penguins.
And there you go, the power of the stack. I mean, in this kind of game where kind of no one's stacking, once you get one going, just shows you where you can get to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So true. All right, so let's see if they can get it together a little bit here with this top cloud play. It's like Freya's going to try and throw it up, but it's going to possibly get into the hands of Ellis because he's being chased down by 2 of the blue team. Oh, and a nice block right there. Sometimes a perfectly timed block is the most beautiful thing. Disc kind of wild up here going into the blue bubble, but who is going to be there first? We don't know. Oh, so close. Freya was there first, but unfortunately lost tracking of the disc, and Ellis zooms in like a bullet, making this a 12-22 game. We can definitely see that the EU team feels very comfortable.
Yeah, they've
with
definitely taken
ping.
control here. That is for sure.
But Miss Frisbee it's not over yet. Miss Frisbee is still in this. It's only it's a 10-point spread, but that's not impossible if they can pull their stacks together and bring this back in. We've got Ghost floating forward. I think he was attempting to take that in, but it got slapped out. Hodor trying to recover, seeing if they can set this play up again. Tosses it over to Kurt. Now Kurt and one of the EU players are battling for it. Ellis is there. Ellis is everywhere. Here, there, everywhere I see Ellis. Hodor going for the shot against the goalie. Goalie catches it. Gaijin sending it back over to the other side. It's bouncing down at the bottom of the arena. And Ellis has got it in his hand again. He goes for the shot, but it's a little high. So it's bouncing back. Let's see if Hodor can grab that and get it cleared to the other side. Clears it out over to Frael. Oh no, Ellis is there again! Ellis is everywhere! Ellis stuns out Frael, takes the disc, sends it over to Gaijin. Gaijin goes for the clear, but it bounces back over to his side. Ellis is there first. If Blue could stack to this, they have a real chance at getting that in. But it looks like Westy actually gets there first. And then Blue stack does come in.
Yeah, there was a lot of Ghost stunning out.
Yeah. Ellis is looking to see who's coming for him, looking to see if the stack's coming in. Ghost is backing up towards goal, but Frael gets there first. And we've talked about that too. Sometimes the goal of the goalie is not necessarily always to catch the shot. Sometimes it's to discourage people from taking that shot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Little fight there.
Yeah. So it bounces down under boot. Frael gets it. Jukes to the side a little bit, trying to get it out, but looks like Tucker was there. Tucker grabs it. And Ellis got it again. Ellis going one-on-one with Frael. And it bounces in.
That was a very, very
That was,
nice
yeah.
bounce.
That was a very clean bounce. And Frael was definitely there, definitely trying to catch it. That's rough.
Yeah, that was a nice pocket bounce shot.
He hit the middle of the like the square, like the lower half of the square, so that bounced down. That was good.
Kurt is going to be our QB. And a nice little short pass. Good. They're kind of controlling. They're going to slow it down. They are not discouraged. Off to Hodor, who's down the side, and he is stunned out, and the disc is stolen, and it is launched deep. Anyone's game. The disc at this point.
Patty cake with the
And
disc right
Kurt,
there.
again, just trying to get rid of it. He's got a lot of enemies around him. I can understand why he's just trying to launch that to the other side. Didn't quite make it. Ellis, again, launching it up. It's in the mid. And it looks like we're going to have a bit of a 12-point difference here. That's going to be tough to overcome in game 3.
This is
not
it.
impossible.
This is it.
There are only 2
that was
seconds
it.
in.
2 rounds. Game's over.
Oh, that was sorry. I really need
That's
to keep
okay.
up on the rules.
That is correct. That
Cosmic
is
needs
it.
to read.
So
I got to pull out my book and study a little.
Yeah, this will be the last. This is my last round. I just want to say thank you again so much for all the support from everyone for the Academy. Thank you to all the players I coached. It was just a joy. I'm really proud of Immersion. I'm really proud of all the players because I've had a lot of people come to my trainings that were not on my team. So I'm proud of every single one of you. Thank you so much for doing this with us. I will cut out, and now we can watch the finals.
Thanks, Natasha. Good.
More importantly,
our
one of our EU teams is officially the third place, the bronze team
True.
I hate to say the bronze team, let's say the third place team for Tyro Academy Season 2. So great job by them and Miss Frisbee for even making the finals. But, you know, Penguins did a really awesome job in the last couple of matches. They had a very steep hill to climb to come back and even get into the finals. They got in, and they won. And they beat one team and ended up in third place. So that is awesome to see for them. Really proud of them. Going into our championship match, that means we have, let's bring it up, Disgustin versus Immersion coming up next. For those that are not aware, the coaching staff for Immersion is Natasha Lohr, yes, Mark Ramsey, and Lolly B. The coaching staff for Disgustin was Obsidian, Media Garcia, 20 Fish, and me, myself, TGI Torquemada. So this will be bragging rights for the players and the coaches. I will make sure not to let Tasha forget it if and when Disgustin wins this match. So what do you guys think? I need to turn it over to you, Skit, so that I can get the next match in the arena and lined up. But what do you think? What are your predictions for this final?
I mean, if we take everything into consideration from both of the games, I definitely think that we saw a much stronger showing in the first game that we saw. So if I have to pick from just what we've seen, I think that it goes to Disgusting. We're gonna see, but I want to see Immersion come out with some more stacking, and that's the one thing that I'm a little concerned. And that last game, they just didn't stack as much. They weren't as fast to get it together, which we saw quite a bit stronger on Disgusting. So I definitely think that is the direction we're going to end up seeing here. So we'll, I am hoping, no matter what, for a good quality game. And that we had a fantastic first round in this game. It was really, really fun to watch. So hoping for something similar in our next one.
Yeah, it certainly it should be a good one. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I mean, that last game, it was close for the first half, but you know, ebbs and flows. This one we do get to see, you know, some more close matches. Do you think that the fact that Immersion switched servers affected the mental in between rounds, and maybe that extended pause gave them a bit of a benefit?
Gave them a benefit?
Yeah, because they didn't play on their servers, but they got a bit of a mental reset in between both rounds.
I am not a fan of the time reset. If you're feeling good, you're feeling good. If you're playing well, you're in the zone. I don't like. It's like pausing for no reason. I hate pauses.
I mean,
it's not good for me.
The chill is a real thing. I mean, NFL does it. You freeze out players, you cool them down. I mean, there's definitely something there when people are hot and you cool them off, you can definitely get an advantage.
I've done it. I'm pretty sure many of us who've been playing in
Mhm.
we have definitely paused the game
There's
just for
there's
like
one
Absolutely.
yeah. There's
That's
one team in particular that is infamous for pausing between rounds. Um
Go
and
ahead.
for
You
no
can say it.
reason.
You
No,
can
I
say
won't.
it.
I won't.
Come on.
If you scrim them or you've played them in a match, you know who I'm talking about. Um, that is, yeah, and it works. I mean, it's always really annoying. It's really frustrating. But I guess that's a fair point that a pause isn't necessarily a good thing. But I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to see these two teams play. Skit, you coached Discount Tyro.
yeah.
So when you were playing against either of these teams, was there anything that you or your team particularly looked out for?
I know that we had taken a look at games from I think both of these teams. And it really did depend on not only the setup, like who was playing,
Mhm.
but also like I saw examples of for the one that I can remember disgusting. I saw examples of their gameplay in two completely different like areas, like very
Right.
messy, very confused, very all over the place, and then very like honed in, and passes were being made and stuff like that. I think that they had a much easier game in their first game than they will have in this game. But at the same time, we've got players on Disgusting that have been playing for a good little bit. So, we've got some already strong bodies on that side. So I think one of the things that I might remember has to do with bad errant throws. So
Mm.
passes that were anytime, which happens when you're a little bit newer, pressuring the passer so that they throw that bad disc, and that's one of the things that I think as newer players, as experienced players, the more we realize that there is a lot of power in a badly thrown disc and being prepared to do something with that.
Mm.
It's kind of like a clear. Okay, you clear and you chase and you get it and you score. Great, fantastic. You clear and you don't chase. All you did was just hand them the disc on the other side of the arena. And
Right.
now they clear and they hand it to you on the other side of the arena, and back and forth. And eventually somebody catches their own disc. Great, fantastic. We move forward. But not only being able to keep possession, but also being able to say, I know how to fluster someone
Mhm.
enough to where they throw, and then the throw is crazy. And when the throw is crazy, hey, we're ready. We're waiting. Our stack is here. We knew that this was the plan, and when it goes, our stack hits it like a bullet, and now we have possession again. I know that's something that's worked for my team, my VRML team quite a bit, is being mentally ready to catch those discs that are being pressured by the front stack. So I think that's a great way to play, and I hope to see some of that from. Really, I think that's something that Immersion's going to need in this game.
Yeah. Speaking of need, hopefully we do get a sparkling here in the chat in just a second, so we can join. As I do see 8 players in the server, so we might very well may get our grand finals. Of course, huge shout out to all the folks hanging out here with us in chat. And huge shout out to all of our coaches. We've been saying this again and again and again. But what we haven't been saying is vote on your favorite team. The prediction polls are up, and we'll be closing here in just about 30 seconds or less. So make sure you do click on your favorite, put your prediction points, your betting points on who is going to take the cake. But again, this is 2 12-minute halves. Points do carry over. Both these teams have won. This is only a single elimination finals day, so there is no bracket reset. So it is one and done and dusted. So the next 24 minutes of gameplay will determine our Season 2 Academy champions. All you wonderful people within the Tyro community, if you currently have a nice yellow badge that says Tyro, what is it called? I don't know. But if it says
Tyro Academy champions.
Tyro Academy champions, or if it says Tyro Charity Cup champions, which is the most recent one, you will no longer have your top spot. It will be soon taken by one of these teams. So cherish it while you have it. I'm speaking mostly to you, Carl, because I know you're in chat and I know you have it. So I'm excited to see who will take it away. But I mean, yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting to see how far these teams have progressed, how much these teams have progressed. And have they started at Martini? No, they haven't. So if you have any final words to tell them, it's too late. Sorry. You weren't expecting that one, were you? But anyway, I don't know. I'm looking forward. I love seeing these players progress throughout the seasons, and when I tune into casts and I'm a chat ghost, it's great. It's incredible to see, where they started even at the beginning of this round robin and where they are today. So I'm excited. That's it. That's all. And yeah.
Well, before we get to readying up with this match, since both Luke and Tasha and Skittles are styling their Tyro Fam jerseys, it's time to do our last giveaway of the broadcast. Woo! So once again, up on screen, you'll see the Tyro Fam jersey that we're giving away. And all you have to do is answer one simple question. And I promise, this is a simple question. All Tyro related. So here we go. Name the top 5 Tyro Fam teams based on world rank from VRML Season 6.
Oh, my.
And here's a hint. Everybody can go to the VRML chat channel on Tyro, find Roman's pin for the spreadsheet, and it lists the teams in rank order.
I almost feel like I just want to do it in my head.
Yeah, that's
I think I can do it in my head.
I think so too.
Can I just
but I'm
buy
not
one?
sure.
I'll give you a hint, though, is that the top 5 Tyro Fam teams all finished in the top 40 of the NA ladder.
Nice.
And Dissonance finished just a hair behind them.
So sad.
So sad, but...
I absolutely hate rebuilds.
Ooh, did Arch get it right?
And Arch got it correct.
Yep.
So Arch wins. The answer up on screen. Raptured and Friends at 21st. Tachyons at 28th. Sad face. Dynasty at 32nd. Ecoholics at 38th. And then Tyro NA pulling in at 39th. I still want to see a challenge match between Ecoholics and Tyro NA. We got to decide who really is 38th. But... that's too close to count right there. You guys need to settle that argument. I think Tyro NA's got him.
I think so too. I'm totally.
I think
not
it just
biased.
depends on how much they've drank before they play. Let's just be honest.
No, they got to be sober.
No, they don't. They don't. That's not how they play. That's the
I
whole
know.
point.
That's my point. They gotta
if they played sober, who would? That's an outlier. We don't know what that team looks like. That's an unknown.
No way we have to be sober. Smooth, every time I reach out to Sir Captain Spoon, it's always like 2 minutes after you guys have booked a scrim. So we should scrim. We're scrimming Sunday at 9. Let me know if you guys are free. Let's make it happen.
All right, and it's going to be here live on VRBN.
All right, well, we'll see.
We got one ready up in from the blue team before they've been told to, but that's all right because I just told them to ready up. So we can get going with our Tyro Academy Finals.
Tyro Academy Finals. Oh my. Who plays sober? El Catarine? I don't know.
Me.
I do. I definitely do. I can't. I don't even drink in general.
Why do we have 9 people in the arena?
Because Coach 20 Fish hasn't quite gotten himself out of the arena yet. He needs to hustle up and get out of there.
Yes, because I can't not log in.
Coaching in the middle of the game? Get out of here.
That seems illegal.
This is illegal.
Ban him. Ban him.
Yeah. Well,
watch Immersion be like, I'm going to put in a ticket after the game.
Immersion, if you make a ticket, I will die.
Mark said penalty, so I will go ahead and throw the penalty flag up there on the screen for you, just for you, Mark.
Chuck says, wait, coaches are allowed to coach today? Uh-oh. Drama.
Yeah, only coach with 2 finals, best coach NA Natasha. That is true. Natasha Lohr looking for the back-to-back W. I believe she was an Academy Season 1 champion.
Instant loss.
And
Instant L.
Instant L. Well.
Oh, yeah.
We get to automatically take 10 points off of anything that Jam scores in this game.
Oh man! All right.
So we're just waiting for them to unpause at this point. I will take this opportunity to once again say thank you to all the coaches and all the players. This academy season has been awesome, and I am really looking forward to this final game. I think it is going to be a crazy good game, considering that some of these players, I mean, we're talking months that they've been playing the game. They are definitely not years in like some of us are. So absolutely hoping to see an incredible game. In the end, of course, we want Disgusting to win because, you know, that's my team and not Tasha's team. But it is what it is. Tasha, you'd be able to reply if you'd stayed in on the cast, but you didn't, so ha.
Yeah, Tasha, you could totally come back, by the way. I know you said like you're not on, like whatever. Come hang
I'm
out.
just happy that all these pings are decent. Like this is really intriguing. Even Ron's ping. I don't think this can't be this must be like what server is this? Is it Dallas?
This is in Ashburn. Dallas and Chicago no longer exist.
Well, where are the best ones? Because it's not
Ashburn.
Virginia. Virginia cannot be the best for everybody.
It's now the best one because Chicago and Dallas no longer exist.
Absolutely disappointing. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this academy. There's a server for that.
Okay.
And we're ready to go.
Nope. No, we're not.
And we're paused again.
I'm all for strategy, but this is like pre-game freezing.
Pre-icing? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Pre-ice.
Usually you wait till someone has an advantage until you freeze, but I mean, these teams look pretty even. I played with a lot of these guys. I do think this is a pretty well-balanced match, actually. It's going to come down to who's stacking. Like Jim is an excellent stacker if he can hook up with Happy, and if Local and Hawk can get together. I think it's going to be different than what we've seen. There's been a lot of lack of stacking going on so far, but if those two, I think, can get together, this could be a really good game.
Don't sleep on AJ, though. Everybody always sleeps on AJ because he is the oldest Tyro member, but you know what? Don't sleep on AJ.
Oh, I don't sleep on him. I'm the second oldest, so I'm right there with him.
No, I doubt that's true.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. We have some really old Tyro members.
Like 60,
shout out to the Tyro
you're like
fam.
68, maybe. But
really? Oh, no, I'm mid-50s. So.
I'm not going to say his age.
Oh, I'm a youngin'? Oh, thank you so much for saying
You're welcome. Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Starting off the game.
I'm not going to say AJ's age, but he is older than in his 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in his... Well, no, I won't say it either then.
He is. It's already said.
AJ,
the thing is that when I'm AJ's age, I will not even be able to move my arms. So he's amazing, and I'm super impressed. I would be no way in this entire universe I could do this. He's amazing.
Well, it is certainly amazing, like that almost full court shot, but it is going to get picked up here and sent through, almost through, as it is going to get picked up here by BTB. BTB finds the left-hand pass now to Local Peasant. Local Peasant goes for the reset. Is it going to connect? No. It will bounce off the wall, but the pickup is good. BTB just everywhere. There's the pass up. Local Peasant looking for their first goal. Diving in, gets it. 2 on the board. It's a 1-point game.
Nice.
We like an even game. Keep it up. Let's see what kind of reply we're gonna get over here. Coming in. Who's taking the disc over here? I can't tell. Oh, a little slow. Let's see what happens if we come out. Immediate throw and clear to the other side. And let's see if the orange team is going to be able to pick it up very easily. And hopefully, fantastic grab by the blue team. Going to have literally an open goal. Can they capitalize? He's not going to take it. Probably the safe bet. Taking the safe 2. So we now are officially 5-2.
Well, it's a strong start from both these teams. I mean, points on one end, goes back with a response, points again, but let's see how useful that 3 ends up being. Against points do carry over, so any team with a large lead does not get any mid-round reset.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, if you kind of, get that momentum going in the beginning, it could be that they never recover. You don't get that kind of reset, so we'll have to see what happens as blue launches it deep in orange. They are unchallenged. That's going to be an easy one. Oh, Happy slowing it down at the end.
Not Happy taking 1 meter per second shots. Okay. sir. All right.
Well, I mean, back and forth, but maybe not only just fourth now. We are a few minutes in, 7-2, 5-point game. Picked up here by BTB again on that back line, doing wonders. Now picking up by Local under pressure, juking around, trying to find a deep pass, sees two options, selects the one on the left. Now it's going to be Rondog looking for the cross pass. The cross pass will come through. Will it be read on the bounce? Unfortunately not, so it's going to be a free disc still picked up here, but a lot of clumping. That could mean some quick resets, or it could mean a quick offense. One-on-one, goalie done is going to dive, and it will be 2 more points are alive. Local Peasant 4 on the board.
Nice.
Excellent job. I really like the way that he went in. You know, that was a really good approach. Sometimes those low incoming or high incoming moves into the goal can be really hard for goalies to kind of pick exactly, but he did that all the way around his arm, right over the top of his head. Absolutely beautiful shot.
Yeah, and we saw Local kind of just holding on and like juking in, but this time he just kind of went right in. You know, was not holding back.
And unfortunately, if you leave the goal open, they are going to punish you every single time.
Yes.
3 more points. Nice shot.
Yeah, if anybody has done any scouting whatsoever on Disgusting this season, you know that Happy and Mr. Valid X, absolutely, if you leave that goal open, they are going to take that shot. And they're going to make it most of the time. So really, big thing for Immersion is they've got to not leave that shot available.
I like this movement right here. He tries to take a shot, but move it back over here. You can see who can grab this disc first. Nice job there for Local's going to try and do a little jukey. Unfortunately, back and forth. Boom, boom. Dog's going to say, hey, what can we do? Stolen. Mr. Valadex takes a nice clear to the other side. Looks like it should set them up very nicely for whoever's going to get that stack in there fast. Little bit quick on the draw, but it was a nice placement for possible fantastic reversal right here. Local Peasant's going to take this disc and do a little juking. Get stunned out down there, but we'll see whose stack is going to make it there first. Will it be both of them?
That was a nice clear. It could have been anyone's game there.
Definitely. And we're seeing it cleared back into the orange side of things, but looks like half the blue team's kind of on the other side, but fantastic placement. Sometimes all you got to do is be in the right place at the right time, but also watch out for geos because they just move and appear out of nowhere, and then you throw it to them. We never know when they're coming. Nice attempts at the clears here, but unfortunately a lot of them are not making it out. And you know, I talked about that a little bit earlier, that sometimes, nice shot from Mr. Valdex in there, and we're seeing them pull away a little bit in this game. Honestly, as we thought might end up happening at the beginning of this game, but I definitely think that Immersion needs to slow it down, calm it down a little bit, and focus on comms and getting some passes between the two of them, between each of them.
Yeah, I mean, it really is that calmness. It certainly is a bit of nerves, I presume. You know, it's the grand finals. Everyone wants to be first, second. Doesn't have the quite same ring to it, but it is going to be a missed pass opportunity there, as it is going to get a stun out, but not a clear. Still within the bubble, but it is going to get picked up here by Happy Path now. Happy Path looking for something. The pass back is good to Jim. Looking for a clear through mid. Is going to find its way downfield, bouncing, but right into the hands of BTB on that back line, reading it. I don't know how far back they were, but potentially pushing up a little bit more on that offensive pressure. As it's going to be a clean pocket pick from Rondog, who sends that all the way downfield now. Through the bubble, stuns. Jim with the disc, under pressure by 2 players, is able to dodge both of them. Stack recovery, not really a priority right now. BTB unfortunately missing. Is that going to be the right angle to bounce? Well, near the net, in the bubble, but the Stacks are able to get back. Great job there from the Orange squad, who I believe is Immersion, right?
Yep.
Great. As it is going to be Disgusting now, who picks that disc up, going for the nice reset. We saw this controlled play from them earlier against the Magic School Bus, and we see them again now finding that cross pass. It connects 2 cut options, picks one of them, and gets 2 more points. That is picture perfect play to make 14-4.
That was very nice. You know, a lot of these teams don't like realize the power of that back pass, and we haven't seen it too much, but it's been effective when they've done it. So we're
It's definitely one
now
of those things that separates low and mid and high level players. So start resetting more, guys. It's awesome.
right. All right, we got a pass off to the left, and it is picked up there, and Local is bringing it down. It looks like he's holding on to it for a bit. He's not gonna maybe go the whole way. Crossing the post, and AJ is off. It is loose up at the top, and Jim's gonna pick that up, and there we go, another reset. Very nice. This is like, you can see now we're in the championships of this group. And a long launch, and it is loose. Blue has picked it up. Happy taking the long shot, and just a little bit high, but Jim picks it up and puts it in. Very nice.
Yeah, very
That
solid.
was a good cleanup.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's exactly what you expect to see from these top teams, you know, fighting in, of course, the grand finals. But now it's when you have to dig deep. Now you really have to find that championship attitude here. 12 points behind, still plenty of time on the board. Gets the dusty off. Local peasant, oh my. As they are going to find one hand with the disc, one hand with the fist. But it is going to be BTB now again. Pushed up. Nice numbers. Trying to find that bait out that stack, but unfortunately they're floating, not quite anchored. So they're not going to find a clean opportunity here, as it is going to get picked up now by Mr. Valadex, looking for the clear, bouncing off the sidewall. Is it going to get picked up? No. It's going to get picked up by Asaibas. Looks for the long shot a little bit high. Picked up again by Local Peasant. The clear through mid? No way. As that's going to go all the way downfield. It's going to be a flat bounce, as that's going to be bouncing into the hands of Blue. Oh my goodness. Disgusting. Somehow finding a grab, and they find the stun too, but dodges one, dodges two. Local Peasant diving in, looking for the pass back. Here's 2 points. Oh my, AJ. Don't sleep on him. 6 on the board.
The dunk.
What Torque say? What Torque say? Don't sleep on AJ.
Dang, nicely done.
He was ready. Super hyped for him.
He really was. 10-point game again, though, but that's the momentum that Immersion really needed to find their fluency in this game, but it's going to be bouncing off the far side wall. No, the stack decided to not go for that free disc, and it almost got punished, but that's instead going to be almost a self-clear. Quickly passed back up to Isobis. Open goal, misses it. That's going to be a clear, but picked up by Happy Path. Happy Path looking for the pass across. Unfortunately, that player moved, but somehow Mr. Valadex still reads, finds the pass to Jim. Jim dives in. One more cut, one more goal, one more shot. And you know how it goes. 2 more on the board. Happy Path, oh my.
You know, anytime you get like 3 or 4 passes in front of the goal like that, that's just going to work in your favor. That was beautiful. All right, well, it's going to be tough here, but they can still put a few more points on the board. Hawk's going to launch it. Oh, unfortunately, goes off to the Geo and heads up and back. And it, oh, wow. What a nice shot.
Wow.
Jim, you know, you can't just let him get away with those. If he sees that open shot, he's just going to put it in.
Yeah. And you know what? It happens to the best of us, but there's a lot to be said about being able to connect that first pass. It's a difficult part, but this is why QB is such a stressful position. No. A lot of people don't want to be QB because it is extraordinarily stressful. And it definitely is something that requires a lot of hard work to get those passes. And, you know, we love seeing how far so many of these players have come in their ability to not only score, but to play goal, to pass, to regrab. It's absolutely amazing. And that is definitely what we have been seeing, not just today, but in all of the matches that we've gotten to see between all of the teams. It's been really nice.
Yeah, that was nice by Happy, who looked like he had an open path, but he passed it off and kept it alive rather than going for the low percentage, and it definitely worked out for him. And oh no, well, might be a capper right there. Well, it might have already been a capper before that.
Well, it's certainly a capper right before the end of the half, but still plenty of time. I mean, look, 12 minutes. All that Immersion needs to do is get the next 2 points. And then 2 after that, and two at a time, though. That's the only thing they can do. It is obviously worth noting that Mercy is very, very, very close. But 2 points. They need to come out after these 40 seconds and just find their stride. I mean, they're finding each other. They're finding success. They're finding control. They're just not finding that offensive pressure. They're setting up in the right way, but they're just not connecting passes on their side. But if they just do the same thing they used to break out, they find those anchors. They find those extra side passes, those extra cut passes on offense. I can certainly see this game going the other way here in the second half. But Skittles, I mean, if you're in this situation, what are you thinking right now if you're on Team Immersion?
Just talking about it. What did we do? What happened? How can we fix it? What can we change? I think one of the things that they have to do, number one, first pass has to connect. If it's not connecting, the game, there are a lot of instances where that first pass was a miss. So whether that means whoever's doing QB just needs to take a deep breath, slower passes. It's interesting. You don't have to pass an 18 for them to catch it, right? Sometimes you got to get rid of it faster, which it could sound weird to someone who doesn't play Echo, but you need to let go of the disc faster if you have an incoming stack, but you don't need to throw an 18, right? So sometimes doing your best and changing it up. For example, I remember my team that I was coaching was struggling with some similar things. And I said, okay, well, if the place that you're trying to throw, you keep hitting other things, sometimes you want to maybe just change the location of your strikers. For example, sometimes putting strikers down in trap can be really useful because stuff just kind of it's easy to hit trap. Right, because it's just kind of open and it's just there. It could be harder to hit inside tunnel because you keep hitting station or you keep hitting popcorn. Trap's a great place for difficult. If maybe your throws are not 100% accurate, it's a good place to be. Gives a much better eye line, I guess you could say. So for me, I would just be telling Immersion, take some deep breaths, think about what's going on. Try and keep those stacks together. If it were me, I would have the front stack nonstop stay together. They would be like glue throughout this game. And I think if they could get that together, they would have definitely a much better chance of stopping, cutting off the bleeding, so to speak, and getting some points here at the end of this game.
Yeah, well, let's see if they can find that stack. And I absolutely agree. But there's some offensive pressure that we needed. But no, it's going to get stolen right back. Happy Path looking for that long shot. It will just be a 2. And, well, that's how they continue that momentum here coming from the side of blue. Of course, in Tyro Academy, there is no
We
mercy.
did see a team gel previously where, they were down and they had a whole bunch of unanswered points. So, this still could happen. We're just going to have to see how they go about it. Hawk is QBing and AJ misses it. It's going deep though, but they may recover. Local has got it. The goal is open and he's just a little bit wide to the left. And it is going to be recovered by Mr. Valdex, who's trying to connect a pass, but ends up clearing it anyways. And it is going to be deep in the field. Jim has got it. There's an open goal, but he is just wide. And it is possibly recovered. Oh, nice block right there. Rondog launches it deep, or in the middle anyways, but it is recovered by Happy, who is slowing it down a bit, passing it. There is a goalie, Mr. Valdex, looking at reassessing. Oh, he goes for the long shot, but the Hawk was in there, and a long clear. Nice clear all the way deep down. It is loose and just kind of floating, waiting for the next person. It's going to get some nice stunning going on. And slapped long down, all the way down in a bubble. That is a nice slap, and quite frankly, had a chance at going in. Ives bringing it in. Oh, and crosses it over. Nice little shot.
Yeah,
again,
great.
Maybe about the stacks. Who could get there faster, and they recover.
Yeah, absolutely a great stack there from the side of Disgustin. But we are seeing Pause. We are seeing the ice. I don't know if it's technical or otherwise. I have comms muted, but I'm gonna call it the ice because it's more dramatic. And
You
well,
called
I
it
mean,
before I did.
but that is the way it needs to be. I mean, we saw some fantastic saves from some fantastic defense here from the side of Immersion, but at the end of the day, they're just not connecting there on offense. It's those little passes, it's the pressure, it's the game, it's all the little things that does happen when it is the grand finals. But we do see them grouped up about in spawn there, just behind where the camera is, and they're focused. They're talking, they're thinking. They're I don't know what they're doing because
Looks like Hawk's ping is going wild, so he might be having an issue.
Yeah, I do think that was the issue. I saw it spike earlier. But he looks pretty frozen. So
Bing, bing.
Hey, come to life. I'm hoping they were just trying to freeze him out. They're keeping hope alive, and they're trying to strategize and cool them off and see what they can put together. It'll be interesting. They definitely have the talent on their side, though, so we're going to have to see what kind of comeback they can mount here.
Yeah, let's see. It's the unpause. The ice is over. It's it's climate change. It's here. As it is going to be BTB now finding left side pass to local peasant. Local going for the quick bounce. That's unfortunately not going to connect, but it will be a slap down field. That's a clean pass. Do they get the read? No, unfortunately not, as it is just going to find its way slowly down into mid, but not quite through. But there's the quick stack. It's the slap up. It's the read, not by blue, but orange. Immersion now trying to find this clear through mid. Still going to get picked up by Disgusting, but stolen back by Rondog. Stolen back by Jim Jim. Jim now deeply upfield, picked up here by Local Peasant. Local Peasant looks for the clear, looks for an outlet pass now, but AJ Bart going to get their pocket picked by Mr. Valadex. Mr. Valadex deep into the bubble, but not into anyone's hands just yet. Now it's going to get picked up by Happy Path. Happy Path diving in, the cut pass, not going to connect as that's going to bounce down and out into the hands of Local Peasant. The clear isn't going to be good, but it will bounce low. Now connecting to the hands of, the disc space, as it's going to be finding lots of that, as it's going to be Happy Path, just slowing the play down again. No reset option, so he is going to be under pressure, trying to find a pass opportunity, finds one left side, bouncing erratically. It's going to get picked up maybe, but no, it's the stun, it's the cut, it's the goal. Oh my goodness, the team play, the chemistry. Disgusting. 31 points.
Putting on a show.
Yeah, they are. Again, those passes are going to get you, and they definitely are finding more passes in front of the goal, and that's definitely serving them.
Certainly is. BTB now. No lag on his side. Hopefully his technical issues have been resolved, but there's a pass upfield. Pushed upfield, rather. Now picked up by Isub, as Isub is off the backboard, is not going to get read immediately by either team, so it will bounce into the hands of Jim coming in, looking for a reset back again. Now,
nice.
Happy Path, slowing it down, waiting, the cut, it's good, the bounce, no good, but the idea was there, and the stun, will it come through? Yes, it will. Turnover. It's going to be almost a clear, but Local Peasant, but quickly under pressure, so we'll get picked up here by Rondog. Rondog sending it upfield through mid. No, but it's going to be stuck in mid for a second. Jim lining up the shot. There's a goalie back in net. Sees the cross pass. Isn't going to bounce, but it's going to bounce off the shield. Everyone's stunned, including the traffic in front of the net. And now we have 33 points on the board for Disgusting.
I honestly thought we were going to see another replay of what we saw earlier with a bunch of people trying to pull the disc through the shield, but we did not see it this time around.
Hey, you know what? If you try again, maybe it'll work. It actually will work.
There is one spot.
And if you go fast enough, you could headbutt it through the shield.
All right. Well, I think at this point they're playing for pride. Hawk is taking it downfield, too local, launches it down a little bit low. Maybe looking for a pass. I wasn't sure if that was a shot or not, and it's coming back, but it's not cleared, and it's still in. Oh, battle almost gets it. Jim launches, and this time it does go deep, and is loose in the trench. Picked up by Mr. Valdex, who's gonna bring it down. He's kind of holding. Passes a little soon. Oh, nice pass underneath. Oh, and a bounce shot off the top. Jim adding another couple of points.
Yeah, strong stuff from them. The question is, who will score more points, Jim or Mr. Valid X?
Well, Jim automatically loses 10. We already identified that, so
okay, then
unfortunately
Mr. Valid X,
he is out of the-
congratulations on being the #1 striker.
Just for being Jim.
But it is going to be sent around now. 2-on-1, players floating in. It's going to be the rotations coming on through now, looking for the cut. Almost red, but that shot's no good. So it is going to be cleared into the hands of Jim again, going for the pass on the back wall. Unfortunately, misread by the goaltender, but there's a save!
Nice.
Dog coming in clutch. As that's going to be a long, clear downfield. Do they get the bookend play? The stacks are together. The stacks have unfortunately breaking apart, so it's just going to be picked up. But no, it's a mistake. The stack unfortunately did break apart again, though. So it is going to be a slow rotation through mid as they were continually stunned. So some solid defense there from Disgusting. But there's a long shot, long three, bounce shot!
Close.
Oh, you love to see that one go in, but it's going to get recovered. Try again. And, well, that is going to bounce low. So potentially in the hands still of Immersion, but no, Disgusting's going to pick it up and clear it through.
Poor Ronjon. He needed the trifecta. He got the save. He got the clear. They just needed that stack to put it in, and it would have been a total beauty.
Yeah, it would have been epic, but
he
there's
had
a
the
nice
2 of the
stun.
3.
Yeah, I think someone told me once when I was casting that it's called a bookends play in lacrosse. So every time it happens, they do bookends. When you save it and then you score it.
Right.
But man, oh man, it would have been great to see. But another opportunity, perhaps, as there's a clear for BTB, as that is going to be a nice stack recovery, but no stuns for the side of Disgusting, but picked up now again by Local Peasant. No pressure, looking for a stack partner probably, but waiting a little bit too long, so it is going to be bounced right back to the bubble.
Nice steal from Mr. Valdex there. There was like 2 people, and he went right in between and plucked that.
Yeah, they're very close, but there's another huge save from BTB, and the goal and the stun off the offender. That's amazing.
Here we go. Trifecta. Trifecta. Where's the stack?
Where are they at? Where's the goal? Oh, they're stunned. Happy path. Oh, no, the other team unfortunately chose the wrong path, but it is going to be a clear to the teammate, but actually just not a pass, just a clear, bouncing all the way up the ceiling. Down, picked up now by Jim. Jim loses a hand on it. Isube is going for the 3! Local Peasant snags it, as it is going to be nice and free. Going for the shot, maybe. Leech, stunned. Who's there? Everyone is.
Everyone's there.
Literally everyone in the arena is that in that moment. But it's going to be Local Peasant finding success, finding the clear off the near side wall. Picked up now by Jim. Looking for the long shot, looking for the boop shot. Does he get it? No, but it is going to bounce out in the bubble. Near hands of a teammate. Is the teammate going to read it? No. It's going to get turned around. It's going to be Rondog looking for the clear. Fortunately, he didn't go through tunnel because there was a player there from the opposing team, but bouncing low near the bubble. Picked up Jim under pressure, goes for the reset. The reset is good now. Happy path, moving on up, sees their options, sees high right, sees low left, goes low, is going to connect off the wall, but only connect to a teammate somehow as it bounces around and finally finds its way to the back of the net. 2 more points for Mr. Valadex.
It's nice to see Mr. Valdex coming up front. You know, he's not one of the people we thought would be the stars, but he's actually been doing really well here. Very nicely done by Valdex.
Sometimes when you give someone the opportunity, they will show you what they got. And
right. I mean, it's kind of how you can perform under pressure too. And so, you know, play with him in like a lot of casual situations. But here he's like stepping up, sort of in too. And that is stunned out and launched through, and it is loose. Oh boy. Looks like again it's going to come down to who can snack there first. Oh, what a nice shot.
So close. I was thinking, okay, they got the rotation back, they got the save, but unfortunately, shot just came a little too quickly. Floating is one of the worst habits in the game. Telling someone to stop doing it is like saying stop breathing says 20 fish. Yes. Yes,
Except
it is
floating isn't breathing, so
yeah. But
I
it is a hard
disagree
habit to
with the
break.
concept.
It is a hard habit to break.
Everything is a
such
hard habit to break until you break it. But if you want to be better, somebody's arm just disappeared. Whoever's up there in the top lost an arm. That right there is a bad battery.
Bad battery.
Darn it. We hate
Right.
it.
You really got to charge your batteries before a championship match. We want to talk about basics and fundamentals. That might be
Unfortunate.
it.
So unfortunate.
Yeah, it does unfortunately.
I am known to wait until the thing has told me to get a new battery about 75 times, and then I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Usually for me, it's like in between rounds, my hand will die, and I'll be like, crap, I need to pause. But let's see if we can get some more points. 10 seconds left on the clock. Ooh, there's some disco disc. No one knew where that one was going, but 10 seconds now. Can they score a 3? Can they do it? They're going to go for the shot. Is it going to bounce favorably? No, unfortunately not, but one more shot opportunity. But certainly GG's for all the teams playing in the Tyro Academy. But Disgustin will take that #1 spot away. Congratulations. Immersion coming in #2. Natasha, that's still very impressive to have 2 teams back-to-back seasons making it to the grand finals. But it will be Mr. Valid X with 17 points, Happy Path with 10, Jim with 12, minus 10, so only 2 for him. But man, oh man, I mean, what a absolutely fantastic show from all the teams we saw here. Congratulations to all the teams for simply participating. I know we've been saying it again and again, and you're probably hearing it, but it's so impressive to see how good all you are. And improving, regardless of where you started, how much you've improved over the past, weeks, a couple months here in Tyro Academy Season 2. Cheers to all of you for the seasons to come. If you are interested in helping the Tyro Academy grow, or you have been in the Tyro Academy and you would love to help Season 3 and beyond, we are starting a committee for a more sustainable way to run the Tyro Academy. So if you're interested, make sure to check out our main announcement channel within the Tyro Discord. But man, oh man, what a day of matches, Skittles.
Definitely. It was fantastic. We had some wide points gaps. We had some real close ones. We love our close games. But no matter what, congratulations to everybody, even those teams that did not play today. Congratulations. And #1, I hope that everyone that participated in this season of the Academy has gained something, whether that is confidence in yourself, which if you're on my team, I hope you gain some confidence in yourself, because confidence is a huge part of being successful. Some tools, tips, ideas, excitement about furthering your time with Echo. And hopefully you continue to do that, and we hope to see more participation by our current, or now old, Academy members in other Tyro events. We're glad to have you there, and let's keep finding other people in the community who don't want to play pubs with children, and let's bring them in, because we love having adults, we love having this community, and most of us know that if it wasn't for Tyro, we would have quit the game. So
most definitely,
tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your little brother if he's over 18, and bring him on over, and let's keep it growing.
Yeah, I can tell you for sure that I've played with a lot of people. I do a lot of events in Tyro. I play with a lot of people, and I've seen folks that have joined, and they are lower bronze, and they quickly accelerate as being part of this Tyro Academy. And all of a sudden, I'm like, whoa, I played again. Where did you come from? Where did you learn that? You guys have accelerated so much faster than I did through this game. And so I definitely see this is an awesome way to introduce people, keep the toxicity away. And it's really amazing just to see how quickly people can accelerate through this type of coaching. And so totally appreciate you guys that have been coaches. And I definitely can see people just leaps and bounds. So it's really amazing. This was really fun to see. Again, Mr. Valdex, I have to say, just has come so far. What an amazing performance from him to be the top scorer out of this, championship match for these games, and just truly inspiring and really wonderful to see them stepping up their game this way.
Yeah, it really is exciting to see everyone, and I hope to see everyone in all future Tyro community events, and also here on stream as part of the VR Broadcast Network. There's oh so much fun. I hear Jackbox games, I hear community random events. Hey, if you want to get your thing casted, make a ticket, join the Discord, have some fun here with us on the VR Broadcast Network and in this crazy world called VR Land. It's not called the Metaverse, it's called VR Land, okay? You can't tell me otherwise. But it's going to be a good time. But unfortunately, that's all our time here today in the Tyro Academy Season 2 Finals show. But many more fun shows will be coming up next throughout the week, so make sure to stay tuned to both VR Broadcast Network and the Tyro community at large. Much love to all of you. Skittles is on screen here with me. The one you see, Cosmic Cowsy, is who you hear alongside us. And of course, TGI Torquemada is running everything behind the scenes. Huge shout out to him. Huge shout out to the coaches. Huge shout out to you for making all of this possible, because if none of you watched, if none of you participated, none of us would be having that much fun. So thank you for being here, and looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Into
Oh,
the
yeah,
hands
this was
of
super fun.
Nagini. Nagini getting this cross off to Corny, which once again, Corny getting grounded, getting the move, and
they're on the boot, but oh, very close. Oh, and 9
stacks. It is going to be Chuckles a lot there first, but 31 gets the turnover. It is a 4v.
On some brawling happening in the back. Time Lord's going to pass it right over to the center. There goes
the Precise. As Precise gets this one picked up and sent across to Sandalorian. The quick 1-2 back to the Precise, who gets through one, takes the shot, but Corny, which says trap area into the hands of Nagini. Nagini has the open goal, but maybe, not quite trusting that distance from them. The Precise passing, it is awesome to see players like this working in a team scenario. And what a pass over to AJ Bear.
A bit lows, but they are going to get another chance at taking it, and 9 pops up from the
this one forward under some pressure, gets it to Media, who gets the behind the back slap. Last opportunity here for Nagini.
Just shy of catching the teammate, but it doesn't matter. Purple here, but the blue team's going to take over possession again. Nice clear. That was fantastic from the blue team. See if they can get it down there. Oh! And they're coming in hot, but and a steal. What's gonna happen? And 9 drops it 2 and actually misses the goal. That's okay. Purple Flame's gonna pick it back up, try and go for a